What is up, you guys, and good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and get this morning started. What is good, family? Please throw those A's in a chat right now so that I can see you, so that I can see that we're actually transferring some data from my mouth to your ears. Sebastian Lim, dude, my bro, you caught me slipping. Dude, thank you so much. I know I did say it yesterday, but I didn't mean for something like that, dude. That is insane, bro. Thank you so much, man. That's that's huge, dude. That's really big, man. Dude, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you so much, dude. I hope I pull through. I hope I pull through just as hard as you pull through for me, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Love you. Ian Tucker, you guys, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Really appreciate everybody for stopping by. Mark Roach, Sway, what's good? Rosie Gray Glasses, Ernie, what is up? The Crumpler, good to see you here. Hey, Susan, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Steve, thank you, brother. Yeah, man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Sam. Good to see you here. Oh man, Jasper. In your fat Albert voice. Nice. Hey, Daryl, how's it going? Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good vibes. That means a lot, my brother. Thank you. And John, appreciate you, dude. M9, good to see you here, man. And Sue saying happy birthday from Florida. Nice. Thank you, Sue. Really appreciate you. What's up, kitties? Thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate everybody for wishing me the birthday, man. Oh, man, that's awesome. Yarnline, hello to you. And thank you so much. Mark Roach, my brother. Yeah, we have made it again, guys. It was full circle. What do you think about that, huh? We have literally one more day of trading tomorrow, and we have already survived this week. Interesting pump to the upside here on FNGR. What if there's a shot here of actually invalidating the bear thesis, right? Imagine that could be the way to, the way that we take it. Oh, man. Mark Roach is saying Arca just turned 29 years old. Dude, Zeph from What Is Good, my brother. That would be so cool, dude. It would be cool if I did. But nonetheless, man, it's another year of wisdom. And another year, very lucky to be alive and breathing here in front of everyone. And for my son and for my kids, right? All good. So Rosie Gray Glasses is calling the bear trap down here. Oh, man. Monumental bear traps happening, man. The Bulls be doing that, man. The Bulls be doing that. So there is a thesis here behind this ticker symbol SECO that I must share with you. Whoa. I think, wow, this is an interesting drop here in the 3 hour. Oh, Sway, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Dude, that really means a bunch, dude. How do I? Damn, dude. That's so cool, my brother. I appreciate you so much. Wow. My goodness, man. I don't deserve you guys. What the heck is going on? Susan, thank you so much. That really means a lot, Sway. Thank you, brother. You know what? I was looking at this ticker just yesterday with Sebastian Lim. We did not notice a drop like this, but I would say that this in practice is a 3 hour hammer candle after a downtrend. And if I'm not mistaken, this is over in 10 minutes and 14 seconds. This may move to the upside. Let me, oh my goodness, what? I think this was a shakeout before the continuation. Seb, are you seeing this? There are very interesting moves happening all throughout the market. Please go ahead and let me know, guys, where look at Ian Tucker saying y'all have to smash the birthday like button. Thank you, brother. Double X, my bro. Good to see you here, dude. Thank you for your wishes, my brother. We certainly will, right? I think we're gonna try to maybe do some stuff for the week over the weekend, right? My son's birthday is on the 21st, so he comes in just a couple days later than I do, and I love it, dude. I love that he can take Dad's thunder from his birthday, right? I love it so much, dude. Look at this, very interesting bounce from the bottom of the regression band here. This would be the mid band on the 3-hour time frame linear regression. This is so cool. You filthy mother fathers. What is up, dude? Welby, hey man, thank you. Oh, dude, thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate you. Man, I hope so. It already did a pretty interesting move, right? And you know what? I do have that thread of analysis up. Is it wait. I remember VOCL having like a weird, hold on just a sec. I'm curious over that too. What you just said, I'm very curious over. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and, that's an interesting ticker, by the way. That was, I'm sorry, you said JBLU. Let me keep it up here so that we can look at it right after what yes. Oh, thanks, Mark. Thank you for sharing that stuff for Seiko. I just wanted to look at this real quick for VOCL, right? I haven't been able to put this thing out together. Even after Created followed me on Twitter, so I actually wanted to put together a thread here. This thing broke out of this long standing descending channel, and it actually just retested that low. This was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, Thursday. Seiko 30-minute regression. Yeah, that's aggressive. Let me see it. We already got a clean bounce from the 3-hour. Yeah, 7 minutes, 3 seconds left to close. This is in a weird area, though. I'm a little afraid of what's happening here because we already bounced. Dude, I hope it's just me here, but Sebastian, take a look at this. Are we testing resistance here from this breakout, or is this the fake out here before this thing runs to the upside? I've noticed that this triangle has behaved like that before. I need to see what the heck is happening with VOCL. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like interesting. The only read I see is about 8,000 volume. Here we go. So this would be the best way. Oh, dude. Yeah, since it's getting really close, like here, for example, Sebastian. If we close here, this is bearish, right? It'll come back down. So it would be best if we can close this third, since we already penetrated up here and we're already at this close of level. This is already testing a resistance, okay? So in this case, we need to make a decision. We need to close either upside of the 130 or below the 130. But remember that it is a 30-minute. Let me see the hourly time frame one. Very, very confusing when we have this switch off like this, right? But arguably speaking, the 30-minute, the hourly time frame over in 5 minutes and 25 seconds, closing up here would actually be bullish. This would return to 120 to test that bottom side as a conversion for support and then continue. Cha-cha, what is up, my dude? I'm doing okay today, man. Thank you so much for asking, my brother. And happy Thunder Thursday to you. We got a lucky Thursday, right? FNGR at 659 and pushing. I'm very curious over the close on this ticker Seiko. Okay, yeah, it's currently sitting in the, okay, 655 right now. Yeah, so VOCL, I'm reading about an 8,000 shares traded presently. Let me see the 4-hour. How come I can't see this in anywhere else but the 6-hour, and I can't tell when the heck the candle's going to close? This is a bearish engulfing here. It may introduce another downside. But it's okay because this is a major breakout. Yeah, well, yes, we shall take a look at it. Okay, 3 minutes, 55 seconds left. JBLU. So JetBlue, let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what the good deal is, right? Okay, let me pull up the daily time frame. Oh, whoa. That is not the best look here. Oh man, let me see. Okay, this thing is either recovering a very bearish setup, or it's faking out. But oh dude, hold on. This is quite confusing too. Okay, I think I would have to lean on this recovering a dead cat bounce, right? Because it could be dangerous. Let me see here. That's your trend line for the dead cat, right? This would be your the psychological price objective. And you apply it down here. This would suggest a target of about $3.99. But this right here would have been the drop before it tested the resistance, but it's actually recovering from that drop. So this may be in the process of invalidating a very bearish setup. If that's the case, then in all reality, the target is actually set to come back to 482. Right? So now it's time to kind of validate or invalidate that thesis. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame momentum. What time is it? Do we still have 2 minutes left? Sorry, brother. I'm gonna definitely take a look at this, but I want to make sure that I can keep track over a couple things all at once. Yeah, let me see. I think we could do it in even the hourly candle here. You know what? It's not the best support in the world, but closing that hourly candle upside of this 654 would be highly ideal. And let me see it on the linear regression bands, hourly time frame. Yeah, 654 support right down here. It would be, I think it would be okay. Yeah, if we closed anywhere upside of 654 here for a continuation to the upside, which could introduce a potential 680 or 681. We've already seen those targets. And then as far as Seiko with that closure, 126, 53 seconds left to go. I expect, if it doesn't do it, I understand, but I expect price action to retrace here to about 120. And that 120 may have a range between, I'd say either 118 to 120 or 114 to 120 with a focus at 118. Watch out with that. 23 seconds left to go. JetBlue looking pretty bullish right now. 30-minute time frame actually pushing towards that upside. I want to watch momentum here, as this could be entirely corrective. I'm coming back and forth to this, okay, brother? We need to see this closure here in 4 seconds left. Keep an eye on the FNGR asset. Let's see. Okay, this is the closure. It closed upside of the mean band. Let's see if this validates the support first before a continuation to the upside. And I honestly, team, this is sometimes this is very tricky here. Whatever's happening here is very, very tricky. Get the opening. We're not seeing that candle yet. What the heck is going on? Yeah, we're facing resistances on a moving average there. Yeah, damn. EMA 21, EMA 9, EMA 7, SMA 10. And then what did FNGR do at the close? Okay, riding at 662. Wow, are you kidding me? Is that just me, or are you guys seeing the next hourly candle print, or no? I am not getting the next print. And yet I'm still streaming at full quality. There we go. And guess what? Hourly time frame sniper just printed a long signal. Let's see if it can keep it. The ARQ sniper algorithm that just printed long. That took, yeah, me too. That took a while. Very curious. All right, so let's see what happened here on the hourly close for JetBlue. I want to pull up the linear regression bands on this. Yikes. Okay, yeah, this is probably going to face a downside to 443 in the short term here to about 441. Closing beneath the linear regression band. That is a little bit of a bearish statement here, but of course not a final one. Definitely not over by any means. Let me see here. Okay, and there could be a reason for that test to revert back, right? Just in case. Let me go ahead and show you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's one huge hell of a maybe. Okay. That is curious. Let's see this. And yeah, guys, the reason why I'm charting like this is, with the formation analysis is because this is going to give us some topside targets. If this is actually practicing that, then, we're at support of the linear regression on the 15-minute, but that usually doesn't play out the best. There could be a pullback here, and it could land right back down to $4.44, of which then could face a bounce to the upside. Right, and it's not to say that we can't face the topside targets from where we are. So let's go ahead and review those. This would be your breakout candle here. If it does cleanly break out and does not enter this zone here from the triangle, then your price objective would be the first one to look at 451, which would be the top side of this area here. And let's go ahead and take down the next target, which would be the center of the triangle. This would be your second bull target, right? Psychological target. And that would take you, just a sec. Yep, that would take you to about 455. And it is the support here. Right? Okay, and now the final target, of course, is going to be the very back of the triangle. Let's see. Here we go. And this would be your final target, which could be at about 464, and it would be the top side of this area here. All right, here we go. The price action is actually moving towards its first take profit target, and that, remember, it could be at about 451. You are at 450 right now. The second target leading to 455. Okay, very likely for some type of pullback to be faced there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw in these targets for you. Just like this. Seb, what is Seiko doing? Did it react positively or negatively? There you go, my brother. That's what I'm thinking could be happening here. And, maybe, I think I mean, obviously this thing can actually move pretty violently sometimes, right? There is the potential to where this can face, damn, it may even be able to do this on one day. But of course, the higher the target, the lesser the probability, right? So I think the safer bet would be 455, and upon reaching that, there could already be a major shift in momentum towards the upside. Keep an eye on it, my brother. I do think that this has a good shot at reaching that, and it's looking pretty good. Let me go back to Seiko really quick here. Nice. So since it did print this hourly candle upside of the mean band, I felt that this could have retraced all the way back down, but maybe this closure here, let's see, actually this thing closed beneath the hourly candle, so it reclaimed it in the inside. Okay, so if I were to put a guess here for a resistance on Seiko, careful at 136, okay? Let's see if we can combat this. And like I said, this sometimes could be this, I've seen this triangle behave like this, right? To where it fakes out, creates a bear trap or some type of liquidity trap, and it continues to the upside. What did FNGR do at that close? Let's see. Wow, 659. Arguably speaking, a pretty strong hourly time frame hammer. Of course, it just started, so 53 minutes left to close that. Okay, this could be that pullback. I know that we have VWAP on the hourly time frame at about 655, which is actually very similar. It's curious that it's at the mid band here at 654. I'm talking about VWAP being at 655 and the mid band being at 654. Let's see. So that's interesting. So Agent is saying even the FNGR pre-market looked a bit odd today, right? It's barely anything traded. And to tell you the truth, the volume of which I'm getting the viewership on YouTube shows that too. And damn, that's gonna be a backtest right there for us to run. Like, would today be a bearish day for FNGR? Is it notably a bearish day? Oh, look at that. Right, hourly time frame regression. I'm sorry, this is the reversion variant, and it's also the aka volatility bands, right? Bollinger Bands. This is a breakout and a present retest of the mean and bouncing off of it. Okay, so this could indicate a continuation to the upside to, yep, again at 682, just like we were observing on the previous chart. Where could that chart be? Let's see. Yeah, the entire downside thesis is so far being ignored. Nah, I mean, we did come down to 627, right? We were thinking about, or yeah, 627. We were thinking about 623 to 617, but 627 was it. I'm trying to figure out where was it? Let's see. I must remember. Oh, right. Look at this. Yeah, the mid band of the hourly time frame linear regression is right at about 680. Very curious, and the Bollinger Bands are suggesting 680 with a standard deviation multiplier of 3. Big JR, what is good, my brother? Good to see you here. Really happy you could join us, man. I hope all is good. Okay, we're coming back down to that area to test it. Oh, thanks, Big JR. That means a lot, dude. I really appreciate you, man. It's so nice of you to just stop by and wish a happy birthday, dude. Danielle, how you doing? Good to see you here. And yeah, team, careful here, right? As we're trying to, this is a little shaky. The ground here is. I understand we got the closure, so in all reality, we're supposed to be supporting here. Let's see the moving averages. I guess if it's going to take a shot at a support, it would be the SMA 10. That could be at 646. Let's see if it can catch it. We may be already supporting from a different moving average there anyway. What happened, Bob? What happened to Netflix? Nice. JBLU trying to head over to its target of 451. Currently sitting, it just dropped from 450. So there could be a pullback from 450 down to about 447, then a continuation to 455. It's leading the way we're expecting, right? But still, it was hard to read if it was going to continue to the upside or come back down and validate this, which makes me feel that now at any of these resistances, we may come back. Let's see Seiko real quick. Seiko moving on up. Watch your position. I guess there's an SMA 10 resistance right now at 133, but there's also a resistance at 136. So I guess the range 133 to 136. Let's see if it can combat this, right? This would be the true test of the bulls here, if they can actually regain or reacquire the inside of this triangle and continue to the upside here, right? So social watch only. Thank you so much, my brother. Really appreciate the wishes, team. Man, we're right at that resistance from the SMA 10. Let's see if it can. Have it beat. Let's take a look at FNGR. Currently sitting at 651. And I must say, the 10-minute time frame, very small time frame, but it looks like it's trying to build some type of bull flag here. 647. Okay, coming down to that 646 where we're talking about support. Let's see if they can keep it there, though. Okay, so as of today, we fulfilled the first target from this pennant. Now, remember that the pennant built during an upside favors the bulls, but that doesn't mean that it can't be traded towards the downside, which is why we had this here too, right? But that's the big daddy take profit, right? You would want to take try to scale this right here. Measure it from the center of the triangle too, because that would display to you another target. And I know this is also being traded in a different time frame, so I'm going to have to go ahead and favor it to these areas here. And that would suggest a bottom of about 605, which starts to make more sense because there is a gap here on the hourly time frame right at 603. No way. I thought that was entirely canceled. Is that true? For TD Ameritrade MMTLP trading? Let's see here. I'm not catching it. So, linear regression topside could be 136. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a tough resistance to get over. I mean, not only that, is the 133 is very tough as well. FNGR already tested 645. Yeah. All right, take profit number 1 for JBLU has been faced. It looks like the asset wants to continue to take profit number 2 at 455. Price action already reached the top side of 453. Seiko at 135. Let's see if it can reach it. I think so too. Oh, there we go. Look at this. 135. All right. The RSI is in the gravitational zone facing the resistance of the SMA 14 presently. This may have a shot at succeeding the upside of the SMA 14. If it does succeed it, my dude, that's going to be super bullish. Very, very, very bullish. And it may actually do it. It's getting close to the it's getting closer and closer to the gravitational zone here, so it can get pulled. Hitting them bangers all day, my brother. Thank you so much for sharing that with the team. That would be ideal. You guys, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you are aware whenever I am live or posting any content. Back to 133, but this time around, coming back to 133 is a support. Right? So, I'm sorry, somebody asked me for... And I totally... Oh, so Netflix was ripping, Bob? That is awesome. Did you get... Oh, wait. Netflix is ripping. Let me see the broader markets. What the heck is going on? I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Definitely not ideal. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. Interesting. The fact that did Netflix... well, technically here, the SPY did touch a support at the linear band bottom. Linear band, mid band. And this is trying to see if it can continue it here. 430.09 to 430.14 support. Let's see if it can keep it. But yeah, I'm very curious over what the heck could be happening. Hold on, I know somebody asked me for something earlier, and Aiden, what is good, my bro? You know what? You're not the only one that's telling me that, and even if I have the bell notification, you're not the only one to tell me that they're not getting notified when I'm coming on. JBLU, okay, got that. I'm going through the chat, just a sec, team. Aiden, dude, thank you for the birthday wishes, brother. Really appreciate you, dude. It happened, man. I'm a big Libra. Oh, dude, Aiden, thank you, bro. That really means a lot, man. I hope that I could be that, especially for you, my dude. Appreciate you. I guess am I missing it? George T, thank you for the wishes, my bro. Joe H, you too, my brother. Thank you so much. Frank, what did Frank, my brother, what did not legal advice mention? So, right, Luke is saying that Netflix reported subscriber growth. On balance volume after they canceled the family sharing where you... OBV, is that what were you talking about? Let's see. Where you have to be on the same... Yeah, they shifted that, so like now it's harder to share it. Jeff, thank you for the wishes, my bro. Frank, that which ticker was it, dude? PLTR, Palantir? Happy fathering birthday. You sexy OG. My bro, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And 646. We're testing that the SMA 10 bottom. Man, I hope we can keep it there. I hope that moving average is able to at least maintain it. I'm not gonna lie, it's very tough there. Okay, but yes, let's look at that. Okay, take profit number 2 has been taken. Oh, just one. Sorry, it got very close to the top one here. 453 out of the 455. Let's look at Palantir. Gotta look at it, right? 134. We're still making that decision, brother. Keep your eyes on that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it was a clean close upside of the mid band here, which validated a continuation to the upside. Of course, we're facing the hourly time frame resistance of not only the mid band, but the SMA 100 too. Okay. So I want to see if this thing can maintain its upside, and it looks very, very bullish on the hourly time frame. First of all, you're getting a bullish crossover on MACD. You're getting inbound cash, upside pivot on the RSI, and stochastic momentum with expansion starting. So this would now tell me that there is a shot that Palantir can beat or can combat the mean band, but not only that, the SMA 100 too. So if that's the case, that means that we can face a top side of around 1776 today, and we shall see how that's going to continue. But hourly time frame potential bullish engulfing here. So that would also mark off validate at least one confirmation for the upside, right? Chat Vivian saying happy birthday, Arca, fellow Libra dude. Oh, that's right. You were October too, huh? Luke, how's it going, my dude? Yeah, careful. This may be two different tests, 448, or it may drop all the way back down to 444. It has two critical supports here. Okay, let me load that real quick, and I'll leave it on there so that we can observe it afterward. Clean vision, clean vision. Let me put this on the hourly here and come back to it. But yeah, so let's observe this in the 30-minute time frame, right? So 30-minute time frame, stochastics are showing that there could be a potential pullback. And if there is one, I think it would be to the SMA 10 at about 1730. So it's not even that dangerous. Oh, Danielle, that means so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. That means a lot, love. And after, yeah, let me leave this here first, and then this one here, I'll put that ticker. Right, and let me load at least the hourly time frame. Jeff, I have not, but hold on. I'm getting a little, I may be able to do it here. Oh, sorry, that was okay, let me grab this and put this over here and continue with Palantir. Oh man. Okay, Palantir falling beneath the mid band here. Now that it resisted, here's the detail, okay? This is going to shift the narrative for the short term, for the very short term. We have the SMA 100 and the SMA 50 and the mid-band from regression as resistance here on the 30-minute time frame. We also have 5 minutes and 49 seconds to close this candle. If this candle closes anywhere below 1746, if it closes anywhere below 1746, this can continue to a downside here. However, if it does close above 1746, which would be literally 1747, we'll even do it. This can continue to first test the resistance of the SMA 200 at 1761. Will bounce back to validate the 1746 support conversion, and then ride to 1771. It's very, very conditional. 5 minutes left to close this candle upside of the 1746. It needs to make a decision now. But the bulls are probably trying to get that mean out of the way. So I would be, oh, look at that, man. Wow, 1744. That is incredible. Real volatility here. Be very careful trading this asset. This thing is just, Oh, look at that. I mean, very volatile. Frank Gonzalez, not a problem, my brother. George T, it does not matter what the broker put as MMTOP value until the case is settled. The oil and gas asset is valued between $119 to $400 through NextBridge. Synthetic shorts not included. Wow. Okay, observe the 30-minute close for Palantir in 4 minutes. That's going to determine everything, okay? If it does close beneath that 1746, then the first support touch could be located right around here at 1718. Right, so 1718 does have a range, and it would be down to the target of about 1715. And please remember that the SMA 200 will be the bullish target first, and that does have a range. 1761 to 1763. Yeah. There's still some time to that close, though. Keep an eye on it. CLNV. I don't know if this is actually going to work. And I don't know if I pointed it out before, right? But there could be an inverse head and shoulders happening here on the hourly time frame. And that could also be disguised as an ascending channel too. So let's see if there's any way to kind of get that. Let's see. That's a weird fake out down there if that was the case. This here. Let me just line up the resistances. Resistance, yeah, this here. And then it came back down, validated it, peaked below it just a little bit. This makes me feel like it's a little bit forced, and I can't reach it like I mean, there's no reason why I wouldn't just say that this is, you know, like if I just moved it up like this. There's no reason why I wouldn't just be practicing the ascending channel by doing this and ignoring everything before that. ICU up 36%. Coming back to validate the support of this mid band. I'm sorry, the top side of the band here. Still 30 minutes. Oh, right. Let me. Yeah, in 1 minute and 44 seconds, if this candle closes beneath 105, this could introduce some lower targets here, starting with about 93.49 to around 92.39. Careful, 1 minute and 32 seconds left for this to close here. If this candle closes below that 106 or 105, sorry, it's going to introduce a continuation to the downside here, okay? Be very, very, very careful. Of course, I can't guarantee that, but just know that is a typical play. CLNV, let's see, in the 30-minute time frame, let's see. Wow, yeah, so similar situation here too, right? So CLNV closing beneath 480. This would introduce a continuation to the downside. I don't know how aggressive this can be, but there's also a little bit of a support from this tiny little gap here. Of course, we just closed it, but still, right, that I don't think that I can hold 467. That may be a little too weak. 37 seconds left. Major closures happening for a bunch of things. 137. Look at that, and this is gonna close in let me see. Dude, 26 seconds left. This could be a sign here, right, to close up inside of this. Look at that. Oh, no way. Dude, if this thing closes above 140, that's going to be super bullish, and our thesis of the fake out here would be proven right. Damn. Oh, dude, it closed at resistance. Let me take a closer look. This deserves a closer look. Dude, technically it would have been a 139 or 140. So this could be the support grab at about 137 before a continuation to the upside here. This was arguably a bullish close. I'm going to be looking at ASRE next. Sorry, that's going to be ICU is next. Okay, so yeah, we got the closures of a bunch of these. Damn. Okay, yeah. So it definitely closed beneath that mid band, right? So this thing automatically shifted. We could be seeing a downside here. Small bounces. First of all, we can bounce from 715 to 1718, right? To validate the resistance of about 1725. So it could bounce here, right? It could bounce from that 718 to 1725. 1725 to 1729 could be the range, and then a continuation to the downside here, and that downside could introduce a 1695. SPY fell off a cliff. That is why we're facing the pressures. Man, it feels like 428.61 is incoming here. Let me see the 30-minute. Did it close beneath? Oh, that's why. Look at that 30-minute time frame. Linear regression band closed the candle beneath the mid band here, testing the resistance. This is likely going to continue to the downside here. First support could be 428.62. Damn, and that feels like a freaking trade could be in here. Oh my goodness, I gotta be very careful now though. Let me see the moving averages. Everything is below. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna bounce from here, right there. Hopefully it bounces to test the 428.92 to about 428.98. If that's the case, then this could actually be a pretty nice entry for some puts. But it feels like there's certainly weakness in the market. Let me go back to it. Yeah, very bearish crossover on the RSI. And we're expanding. Volatility is expanding. It's about to. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's. Those are one of the targets there. It would get. I don't know if it can get any better. Of course, it can get better. Can get better than that. Sorry. I'm just saying that this would be right here. 428.96. That's one of them. Where the hell is? Yeah, probably not gonna be able to do it. And there's really not much volume. Uh, 428.93. Oh my goodness. It really wants to try to hold there. Yeah, Seiko, I expect Seiko to do some pretty insane moves today. Let's see. So this, remember, team, that it isn't a bulletproof strategy, right? Sometimes you'll be able to catch that resistance, which is right at about it looks like it already tested that resistance. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the options chain to see what it's looking like. Right, but I mean, in all technicality here, keeping a very tight stop and seeing if this, I mean, the top side target would be around 429.40 because of this candle here and these wicks. Right. Oh man, we are right there. So failing that 429.38, that would introduce, I don't want to say it would introduce like for real downside. I just want to say that it would be trying to seek the 429 to 59, and things get sketchy there, right? Okay, man. Really interesting times in the markets. Okay, did it top out at the 59? It is at 60. Oh, right. And this is, what is this? Oh, this is 61. Okay. Okay, so FNGR coming back to test the 632. I do believe we spoke about 632 last night. Captain Daddy, what is good? Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Okay, if it's showing this kind of weakness here, team, that would be an area where to face the resistance, get any pullback that we can, and recover whatever we can too in the event to where the trade goes sour. Double X, let's see, finger popping up and down, 632 to 640, so back and forth, not usual, no? To tell you the truth, dude, I am very curious over why that's happening, and yesterday we noticed that we were kind of chopping around that area too. I'm wondering if this is price suppression to keep the price action within a certain area literally through today and tomorrow. Why? So that we can close the $7 strikes worthless. And that would suck. Like, for example, right here, there could be like right in these areas here, you would already be at either break even or slightly in the money, right? $21 minutes left to close this 30-minute candle. It feels like it's trying to support here, but the thing is that we did close the previous candle beneath that support. Seiko moving? Yeah. Okay. There we go. So here's our thesis proving correct. Sebastian, this thing, I'm telling you, I've been noticing here that there has been a failure before upside here, and it would be the liquidity trap that I spoke about just about 10-15 minutes ago. Here we go. First target to look at, 149 to 154. Potential pullback to test 143 as a valid support before a continuation to meet your topside target, right? So remember the plan, Sebastian, remember the plan, right? 149 to 154. That doesn't mean that it can't reach this top side. It just means that you would be up about 17% at this point here. Okay, so yeah, resistance 149 to 154. We're currently resisting from this candle top here, which is 146. And it wouldn't be a bad idea, team, to close out. If you did open a SPY put, it wouldn't be a bad idea to close it at this point, since it is at a mid band and acting very oddly. Okay, this could have also been the test, I guess. Let me see. Where did it go to? 147. The top side of this candle was 146. It just came back down to 143, right? 145. I would honestly prefer the next 30-minute candle to test it. This is looking incredibly bullish. And I am guys, oh, there it is. There it is, 144. The plan is set? Okay, dude. The slight change in the plan would be this, right? So then it would change it slightly because it's trying to validate the support at 143 right now. Of course, we haven't gotten the closures, but there is a chance here that if you do resist at 154, that the reversion would actually be back to 140, about 147 to 143. Then it turns into a range. So first, let's see if 154 can get it. Slight pullback, 143 to about 147, right? And then the first take profit target to look at, which is also right at the top side of the 30-minute linear regression. Overall resistance for the shorter term time frame take profits would be 158 to 162. Keep an eye on that. ICU getting a crazy reversion here. 18 minutes left to close this. Let me see the hourly time frame. The hourly time frame is getting multiple candle closures outside of the linear bands. Where is FNGR at the present moment? Okay, 639. It's not something that we didn't already see coming though. Okay, so let's kind of point this out real quick. Let's see. Let me put together the, where was the support? Right. Okay, yeah. The focus is here, right? 638 to 638 to 623 support. Okay, it's sitting at 639. 16 minutes left. If we can turn this, if we can turn the 638, into a support, that would be good. At least we can start looking for something here for some type of floor. Daniel Gonzalez, what is up? Okay, so. Yeah, let's come back. I'm thinking that ICU closing upside of this 102 could introduce a retouch of your 127 target. Where is Seiko now? Did it make okay? It's still trying to validate that support bottom. We may actually have to wait for the 16-minute close upside of this resistance of the 143. So it's trying to get that, dude. If it does open up the next candle at 143, then that's going to be the shot here to move it to 154 to 149. Spy 30 minutes manipulated. Thank you so much, Daniel, for sharing that with us. I think I was noticing also a little bit earlier. So, okay, yeah, I'm very curious over what's happening there, team. Let's see it. Let's keep it moving. Palantir definitely got that close beneath the SMA 50. Right? So, this is potentially setting up a bullish engulfing here. This may try to correct, and it would be a bullish buy formation, right? So you have your inverted hammer with the candle after it validating the continuation, and together it would be the bullish engulfing. This may actually have a shot here to break out and touch the targets that we're talking about of 1761 to 1763. Paper trading a put on the 428 SPY. Man, it's I really wanted that downside on the SPY to happen. It was supposed to, and I'm getting a weird read because of, I know that at this point here, right? I think that we can grab all the way back down to 428.04. I'm gonna keep my risk on, even though this thing is pushing towards an upside. I think I want to leave my put in and see if I can reach the 427.99. Yeah, 429 seems to be, man, this thing, yeah, and this is the resistance here. 429.29 is a resistance. Man, terrible here. 13 minutes left to close. You know what? It would actually be better for the asset to run up at least to around 429.87, get the closure of the hourly in 13 minutes beneath this mid band, and then that would introduce a continuation to the downside. Super strong support there. I agree. Let's take a look at ICU. Here's the condition for ICU. 30-minute closure about to happen. Let's see the hourly. This could be a little tricky here. Let me see the, sorry, we were talking about ICU. Okay, 12 minutes and 40 seconds left. This candle closes anywhere upside of 103. This can lead to continuation to the upside. And I can't even see it on the linear bands. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, at least a resistance of about 122 to about 127. This is that shot that we were talking about. Let's see if we can get it. You might miss the play. You have class at 9 a.m. Oh, if you do come back, I'm going to try another trade right at around 10 a.m. I think our time, right? Pacific. 11 minutes left to close that team. Let's look at ASRE. Oh, sorry. I need to take a look at CLNV first. Did I already see that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, so yeah, keep an eye on the closure, right? We're going to look at ASRE right now, but please keep an eye on the closure. Where's the SPY? And I think it was a 30-minute closure. $429.11. Let me see. Let me adjust that. 429.10. Closing upside of the 429.10 in 11 minutes. That would be bullish. Below the 429, even if it's 429.09, that would be a downside. Be very, very careful there. Sure, brother. Damn, look at that. That is AT&T ripping. What the heck did they just release? Okay, other than good earnings. On track for largest present increase since July. Percent, sorry. Damn. So very, very positive. Okay, we shall look at this. Let me go ahead and move on to ASRE and see what the deal is here, right? So let me take a look at this on regular candles. And I will say, team, that as long as the markets are facing this kind of turbulence, tickers like ASRE are definitely going to feel that pressure as well. And I really, I'm very curious over how this formation is currently failing. And if that's the case, we may have to play it inversely. Let's see. Yeah, let me look at the daily time frame now. Okay. Just a sec, team. Just a sec. I'm thinking. Right, I'm looking. I'm looking. Let me pull up the linear regression bands here just out of sheer curiosity. Did we just get the closure of the 30-minute? Damn, ASRE just got a closure beneath the mid band on the hourly time frame. This could reintroduce this could reintroduce 24.29. Let's see. I guess the initial range would be 24.09 to 24.29 or 24.30. And small bounce there to possibly validate the 24.50 as resistance before trying back down to the mid band down here at 23.10. Now, the reason I was looking at the daily time frame is because I may have to play this smart here. 25 cents is it's a key support, and having a daily closure. We already had one daily closure beneath it with exposure to the upside though, and this would be the second daily closure with exposure on the upside. Usually that gets me a little nervous, right? Because then the next daily closure would probably try to close beneath the 25 entirely, just clean. So, Zephyr, you're entirely out? Okay. So at that point... Reed, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, my bro. Really appreciate you. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying here that, that I would probably... I'm probably going to remove like around 30%, 35% of the position. I still haven't made the decision yet, and I would need a daily closure clean close beneath it. To tell you the truth, I may not wait for an entire clean close. But if the daily candle closes anywhere below 25.62 today, or actually to be clear, it will be 25.52. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove 35%. I need to slow down the rate of loss here. And at a better opportunity, I will long that 35% back into the market, as there is a probability here to reach even back down to 21 cents. And this would honestly be, let's see, if it is in a sense following this falling wedge, which would be a damn bullish thing, right? Then let's go ahead and get that price objective. That would suggest 1804. And from when I first mentioned it, that is my entry on one of my positions. So yeah, I would remove 35% or 30% of the position here. I think I would wait till the market closed though, because I don't want to see I definitely made the decision. Yeah, closing the day below 25.52. Closing today. Closing. That means that I'm not going to do anything to the account until the next day. But I'm going to be completely transparent here. And if I do get that closure beneath 25.52, come tomorrow, I'm releasing a good 30 to 35% my position to reclaim that at a lower cost basis. But I really have to kind of give it to the SPY here, as this SPY weakness is also a part of this fall on a lot of these tickers. Okay, 30-minute time frame is going to close in 4 minutes here. Let me see the hourly. Yeah, it would be actually pretty cool if the hourly reached 429.88 to about 429.64, because that hourly closure in under 4 minutes would then introduce the succession of the bottom side of this 428.62 to then overall reach 428. And I will still maintain my put. So 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. What is Seiko doing? Okay, Seiko coming back. Okay, so if Seiko is coming back here, let's see. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. 3 minutes and 13 seconds closing above 140 would be a bullish thing. Yeah, you guys, careful. That would be, let me see how exactly. Yeah, 140. That's the mid band right there. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Damn, if ICU closes this beneath 122, that would possibly introduce a retouch of the 108 target if this candle closes beneath 122. And now if we're going to look at the linear bands for ASRE, in turn, closing ASRE above 24.25, it's at 24.50. That's technically a bullish thing. And this would introduce an upside here. And that's the daily regression. Okay, so that's not in 4 minutes. I'm just saying that that's today. If it does maintain that, that would be a very bullish statement here. Okay, absolutely no volume on this 30-minute candle, but if it closes here, 24.50, that would be bullish, and this would lead price action to, I would say, 25.64 to around 25.94. Oh, Ian, that's you, dude? I didn't know that was you. Let's see. 1 minute, 6 seconds left. Yeah, this is what I was saying, right? For it to come back up to this area here to close this candle beneath the 429.07 or 429.06, 45 seconds left. Yeah, so closing here would then introduce the potential to break through this support at 428.62. Ooh, man, it's getting front runned a little bit. Let's see this. 19 seconds. Oh my goodness. 429.06 is that absolute target. If it closes above that, bullish. If it closes it beneath it, bearish. 429.06. Remember it, 2 seconds. Oh man, it closed beneath it. This could fall here. This may be able to face a downside from here. Let's see if it does it, man. Interesting open above the mid band though. Very, very curious open there. It is 8 a.m. Pacific time. A little bit of indecision right now happening as the Bulls or the Bears can't really tell who won. I'm telling you, it's a very, very interesting open of the candle above the mid band when the close was below it. Yikes, completely playing it against the direction where it should go. Resistance at 429.29. Or actually, this is a separate time frame, right? So yeah, there is a chance at 429.36 to 429.39. There's a tiny little space there. Yeah, the markets are not playing the typical direction right now. Very curious. This here. Let me get tighter with it. Oh yeah, team. This would be grounds for a full stop out. What is happening today, by the way? Is there a reason why this is not following typical rules? Oh, God. Yeah, team, we shouldn't be trading at all. Fed Chair Powell is going to speak in under 50. That's why. What the hell, man? Yeah, that's... I deserve the freaking stop out. Yeah, the chair is going to be... the chairman's going to be speaking in under 58 minutes. And Seiko, okay, Seiko did get that close above the mid band. Yeah, that's literally what I'm looking at here, man. Terrible, terrible miss. Let's see here. So ticker symbol T. I'm wondering if, yeah, let me look at this against the SPY. Okay, so it definitely is feeling the pressure from the SPY too. And arguably speaking, with the exception of this massive outlier, the price action was very reminiscent to, they were rhyming each other very nicely. So yeah, so now it just moved it to a different mean, right, to a different standard deviation calculation. That's okay. All I'm saying is that the SPY falling, or the SPY having this trouble down here, right, these huge candles here coming down, that is playing into the price action of T. My goodness, the SPY really can't decide which way to go. I mean, if anything, looks like T is creating some type of a bull flag here, but there's a lot of, oh my goodness, look at that gap. Okay, I would have to say that 1516 or 1517 is a very strong area of support. Huge support there. That's funny. I stopped out 90% the position. I'm still exposed very little, and it's still at break even. That is annoying. So 517 to 517, this would be your initial support right here for T, okay? Let's go ahead and just kind of put that down. 1506 to 1560. What is the low of this candle here? Low of 1516. Okay, yeah. So 506 to 1516. Critical support here and an inflection. Let's go back into the 4-hour time frame. Let me load that up for you, brother. And I shall take a look. No, 30-minute closure upside of the band here. There could be a retest of 1360 before a bounce. Okay, so 4-hour time frame. Oh, you know what we need to see? Damn, yeah, I need to take a look at the Gaussian bands too. Wow. Yeah, this is kind of how it happens before it makes some parabolic move to the upside. It appears as it's done that a few times before. Okay, yeah, anytime that this asset has broken upside of the top band here, there has been some serious price action to the upside, and it's doing it again right over here, completely invalidating this head and shoulders massive bear trap. Let me look at the daily time frame. Wow, closing this daily anywhere upside of 1509 would mark off its first daily candle closure outside of the top side of the Gaussian bands since September 20th of this year. So almost directly a month. SPY not making its decision, right? There's a lot of indecision in the market because of Fed Chair Powell, my brother. We should have caught that. Can't be trading around these times. No exposure. That guy moves the markets like, I'm telling you, for a reason, dude. When I said that, when I have nightmares with that guy, it's for this very reason. That guy is a whole lie. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little bit of a tough read here on this ticker because of the simple fact that it had this massive positive beat on earnings. So if we're going to look at the very bottom side structure here, upside pivot on stochastic momentum with expansion, very likely to continue. And this is a tiny pullback here on the RSI, suggesting a support back down, like what I said, at 1516. Not sure that it's going to get that, though, to be honest. Yeah, so let's see. The 3-hour time frame, upside pivot in the bullish control zone, expansion happening. That same little pullback signal here, too. Let's look at the 4-hour. 4-hour with an upside pivot in the gravitational zone, about to enter the bullish control zone with expansion. Overall, this is, if I'm just gonna follow the indicators here, the upside is more relevant than not, and I think that it may have a chance here to consolidate over the next, I'd say, 2 hours. And it would probably start making its move into 9:30 a.m. Pacific to 10:30 a.m. Pacific, right? So right between that area there, I would expect this to continue to its upside. Yeah, the SPY is totally playing this damn ping pong here, and that's just the Fed Chair Powell being the biggest nightmare, like always. The Baba Yaga. Powell is the Baba Yaga. Seiko wanted to touch it. Let's update that real quick. I need to take a look at AVTX. Interesting downside here. Let's take a look at this 30-minute candle. Did it just test 128? It definitely did. It went to 127, at least on my end, to test the 30-minute SMA 50 for a huge bounce. still it doesn't feel bearish. In fact, this is the 30-minute support here. This could indicate a retouch of that SMA 50 at 128, maybe even the EMA 21 at 132. Judging by the RSI on the 30-minute, that's 135, and it literally bounced. Yeah, right here, 132. Damn, it bounced from the 132 there. Wow. Bob is saying, and Arca, I'm so critical at this point that I believe the Fed is going to say something positive to move the market. And the big boys already know, and holding it down for massive gains for them. That sounds like it would be some type of market. Just yes, I do feel what you're saying, and it is actually I think 60% of sentiment I believe is in the belief that there will not be a November rate hike, that they would possibly wait for the next 25 bip increase to land Q1 2024. It is cynical. It very much is. So that 132 is serving as a pretty nice bounce zone. It's currently sitting at 136. It's just the RSI is getting it there. You know, it continues to bounce off of that. There is a potential 30-minute bullish crossover here happening. But the overall trajectory is being given to us by the stochastic momentum indicator, still with an upside. Let's look at FNGR. Let's find out where we are here. Okay, 638, not bad. Not bad at all. It's just that's at this point, I guess it could be support because we came up to 644. Okay, now it's resistance, damn it. Okay, but please remember, team, that our overall target for support is down there, 623. I believe I did put a focus on 617 or 615, right? Yeah, this is the 617 that I put in case that we fail the 623. And yeah, the Bollinger Bands with a 3 with a multiplier of 3, that is showing 617 at the bottom side of the volatility bands. So now AVTX, I don't presume this to be dead, brother. I do think that it had a very bullish close upside of this mid band. And this can start to introduce the highs of right now, right? It needs to combat this EMA 7 up to the SMA 10 in order for it to get the mid band up here at the EMA 21. So if it can load more down here at 1359, a real touch there, that would probably introduce some bulls. James Flower saying, I decided to play earnings yesterday like a moron, deciding between Netflix and Tesla. I bought Tesla. Damn. And Netflix just making a ripper to the upside. We will win no matter what, saying thank you, bro. You're very welcome, my brother. Tom R saying, Arca, what is poppin', my man? Hope you are killing it today, brother. Dude, so far, it's not really. Everything is sitting at a break-even-ish with a slight out of the money loss here because of Chair Powell, man. He's speaking today. We shouldn't be trading the SPY. Damn it, James. I'm so sorry to hear that. Joel is saying a home mortgage interest rate is already at 7.5%. That's not good considering the price of houses these days. Yeah, it's a little inflated. Yeah, brother. So I did look at ASRE, and I spoke specifically about, let me try to get this thing to, let me see. Yeah, let me try to get the background a little dim here so that I can at least see the linear regression bands. So the linear regression bands, yeah, we did close upside of the mean band, and that's where I said that, yeah, we would potentially start seeing an upside here. And Another thing that if today the daily time frame closes beneath 2450, if today's close is beneath 2450, come Monday, I'm releasing 35% of my position to try to catch a lower target. One of my positions average is 18 cents. So I want to slow that rate of loss down and then re-enter the market with that 35%. So AVTX, if it can really reach down here, a true test of 1360, that would be probably the better thing to do. And the next thing, it would also be a very clean close of this 30-minute candle upside of the mid-band yet again. So that would only increase the chances here for a continuation to the upside. I guess the last thing we want to do here is try to fulfill a dead cat bounce. And I'm not sure if the 10 minutes shows it. Let's see. It's a little wonky to be a dead cat, to be honest. I mean, anything's possible in the markets, but still. Let me take a look at that real quick. Yikes. Let's see. Completely failing the channel here. Not completely, though. I can't believe how much pressure this is facing. And there's, wow. It may actually want to continue down to this target here. Let me show you. 212.18 to 217.36. That could be a pretty intense bounce. And then it could retest a 227.42 before maybe even a downside continuation. This is really, really bearish. And man, that was a massive head and shoulders on the 4-hour. Well, yeah, the closure of this 4-hour candle here met that bottom side target very tight. 231.19 was that bottom side, and the candle ended up reaching a low of 230. So, I mean, yeah, pretty damn close for a fall here. So, yeah, I do expect price action to continue here. Every moving average is above. Wow. There we go. Is the SPY finally deciding to actually fall here or what? Okay. Actually showing its weakness now. Has an order book. So, hey Bruce, how are you? Good to see you here. Saying, hey Arca, have you heard this? Is this true? Trading in most stocks on the London. I'm sorry. Hold on, just a quick sec. I'm gonna continue reading this. Just a moment. So on the London Stock Exchange has been suspended as of today. I gotta say that no, that doesn't seem familiar to me, but let's observe. Yeah, so it is. I mean, it is true, right? They definitely did suspend it. So the suspension was due to a technical issue with the LSE trading platform, though. So the issue, I mean, was this another issue and they're trying to get this to resolve? Is it an issue? Zephram, thank you, brother. Oh, so it is an issue. Oh my God, what is happening here? Yeah, they're investigating the incident right now. I think the spy is actually trying to make its decision here. Finally succeeding beneath that. I mean, yeah, I think this has a good shot now. That is interesting, man. Let's see, Seiko. Okay, so here is the move that we spoke about, right? Resistance right at about 155 was the top side, but we put 154 just in case. Sebastian, heads up. That's a heavy resistance here. It's not to say that it can't beat the top side. But I feel that the plan is the plan, right? No, Danielle, no. Fed Chair Powell is speaking in less than an hour. We do not trade when Chair Powell is speaking. Damn, dude. Okay. If you still have exposure, dude, I don't know that I can reach all the way to 162. But you would be lucky, bro. But I would really just follow the plan here and get out. Lots of people know the play here too, dude. Whatever we spoke about, they also know it. You're out 90%? Okay. Good. Keep an eye on this 162 target, as that would be your next area of resistance. 162 right there. Yeah, seriously. Tomar is you are absolutely right by saying that. I don't even like having open positions while Jay Powell speaks. It's true, man. He is the true mangler of the markets. But Bruce Banner, thank you so much for sharing that. Double X. Whoa, sorry, team. Oh, good. I'm happy that you were not able to hear that. That was the my introduction going off like crazy. So, yeah, brother. So I think I'm not sure that it can beat it here, bro. I'm not sure that it can continue on this upside. We're already lucky enough that we got the top side here. Damn, this is ridiculous. Are you still exposed 10%? I call him the seagull. He flies by, craps all over. He flies by, craps all over everything, then leaves. Oh my goodness, are you joking, dude? Are you still exposed? No way. Dude, I can't even believe that it's beating the plan. That is, I mean, it's awesome and it also sucks, but are you still exposed 10%? 70 Mustang, what is good? You're out 100% now? Okay. Wait for the pullback. Let it do its little dance here. It'll pull all the way back. And then let's see if we can catch that, right? Oh my God, did you just see that bounce, dude? 174 to 165 in a split second. Dude, this thing is FOMO is freaking real on this, man. But I mean, yesterday, late at night, Seb asked me to take a look at this, and I'm like, dude, this thing is explosive. Like, this is about to make some big ass moves. And that's not even the end of it, man. But I do think that this has a shot at 120 and 199 to 122, maybe even today. Who knows? But I do expect a pullback here. It's already about 8:25 a.m. Pacific time. So, Sebastian, that dude, I guess you may have banked on a 20% run here, on a 20% gainer. Huge. That is awesome. I'm hoping they release the Cybertruck at... What? Are you serious? That's going to be massive for Tesla. FNGR still dipping. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. I really, right, I didn't want to talk about those targets again, right, because they are so very low, but I did present them yesterday in the thesis. So I like that. The heck was that? I like that we're holding the 132, right? The 132 was the take profit from this head and shoulders here. That was the trend line led down here, and we're holding at that support. But the targets that I'm really looking for are actually here, 623 to 617. And I guess the bottom side of the range here is 614, right? So I just, man, it sucks, right? But we noticed that this was weakness in the market yesterday. So, Zephram, you're waiting for that'd be cool, right? You're waiting for the Tesla robots. I know, Sebastian, but I didn't want you dumping on me. Dude, Sebastian, I'm not going to lie, for 1 second, dude, you were 100%, you had some movement here in whatever happened there. So, man, this thing really is trying to reach that 191. This is so much damn FOMO here. This is ridiculous. But don't get that feeling, dude. Don't get that feeling. You banked out a massive 20% right now. Let the FOMO play out. Let them destroy each other. That is the reason you entered the market way early with a 122 average and ended up selling total at around 160, bro. Get out of here. That is awesome. That is respectable by every mean, dude. Yeah, I know. I see it. But this is destruction here. This is all psychological. There's no way we can tell. Right? So I would rather you pocket your gains at an area where we see control. But beyond that, we don't know what it's going to do. And I mean, people buying right now at 8:30 a.m., that's not the best idea either, right? So I do suspect that we can see some contraction happening by about 9 a.m. And sure, it may even reach the 191 target and then eventually pull all the way back. But again, brother, we don't know that. And it's best for us to just... You want to enter 70% of the allowable trade, and it's now your 70% is a lot greater because of the 20% gainer that you just got. So your 20% could be equivalent to full entry. Biana, you got filled at 26.39 for a down for like you sold. Tom, okay. That sounds a little safer to do. While we have the weakness in the market, It's best to get these top sides, right? Very good close. And I'm not sure if this was one of those targets that we spoke of. Honestly, I think it was a 26, 25, 60. FNG, dude, 614, if it can reach down that low, Welby, that would be an aggressive entry from you, but that is honestly my support. So yeah, you could back it. Let's see. The Ham Man just posted he went to the FBI because he has been threatened. Hope I didn't read the... What? They got to him, someone to ride shotgun. No way. Dude, are you serious? Bro, people can be really annoying, dude. That's not cool. Dude, I don't care who it is, dude. It's just that you don't do that. That's really crappy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel some type of way. And to be honest, he told me personally through DMs. He goes, nah, man, don't worry about this thread. Don't worry about that thread, he told me. And he said, if you want to know real threats, he's like, my life is threatened all the time. It is crossing the line. Let me look. Yeah, I can, let me try to validate. Let me see. So Morty Bojangles is verifying that it is true. What the hell, dude? Yeah, so he's saying, people remember I was sent a message by Shorts, so I spoke with the lawyers and have been instructed to report to FBI again. This is another attempt to threaten my life. I do take this serious. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Yeah. Chad, you have a point. You have a point there, man. And I have mentioned it before. It's like, dude, like, the putting the truck in front out there and then all that stuff. That's super ballsy, man. And damn, dude. And I know he probably has good intentions behind that, dude. So, bro, that's really, that sucks. I would not wish that upon anyone, and he does not deserve that. Your life, like, dude, for real? What the hell? So Double X is saying, Arca, you know what I talked to you about. Gotta get some muscle. We gotta get him some muscle. Dude. He's an old man though, right? How old is he? Dude, Sebastian, bro, you can't. Bro, that was definitely not for me. Those are your gains, dude. I appreciate you so much, dude. What the hell, dude? I really appreciate that, Seb. I had no idea you're going to pull through like that, man. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. But please just know that I didn't mean for you to do that at all. I really meant for you to actually, make a gainer here. So you think he's about 55? I thought he was 60 plus. Yeah, Dylan. Yeah, I thought that for sure too. Tom R saying, I'm out here in Long Island, only about 40 minutes away. If you need some muscle, let's go. Joel, you think so? Yeah, look at the volatility has slowed down a little bit here, man. This is what I was talking about. Potential contraction happening into 9 a.m. No. William said 2 days ago that he is older than Ham. And then Ham said, actually, you know what? To his defense, Ham did say, I don't know about that. So I can't verify it. Actually, I cannot verify that. Yes, I can do that. Let's check it. Let's run a manipulation run here on FNGR. So, yeah, so it's already reached one of my targets from the thesis, right? So actually, I think 2. Let me go back to it. So here we're bouncing off that 623, right? But more particularly this. I said 621 to 623, or I'm sorry, I said 617 to 623 with a focus of 621, right? So we bounced off of that 620. This is a lot of flashing of that momentum though, dude. So there is still the probability of dropping down to 614 to 617. Sebastian, I love you, dude. Yeah, hitting the banger is saying I would go protect him if I could afford to do it, right? Just cannot. Yeah, yeah, dude. Of course, man. Dude, yeah, in that would feel that freedom that you're feeling, dude. It's just because this was a massive trade in no time flat, and we observed it and we played it. Well, you did. Right, but and I wouldn't hesitate to going over your plays like this at any time you need, dude, and not for the damn share gain because I care about you. William is awesome like Ham. Yeah, dude, William shows me so much love. Ham has already been he actually shouted me out the other day. I didn't even notice, and I replied a day late. But from there, a lot of people were liking it and sharing it. That he said charting fraud is so difficult. So he goes, my hats off to you for whatever you do for retail, something like that. So it was nice that he put that out. I feel, yeah. No way. Is it really? Is it? Whoa. And then the 10-minute, yeah, man. Damn, that's looking alike in a lot of time frames. It already reached a low of about 164. Ham talk like he knows some tough guys, but guess his move is the feds. I think that the move is the feds because he probably has legal bounds. And that would be honestly pretty cool. Damn, dropping for real, 164. Let's go back to finger and run that the manipulation algo. Sorry, I'm over here just thinking like really slowly. Okay, so this is gonna be, let me brighten up the after hours trading a little bit. There it is. Okay. So now let's run through this. Let's start off with Let's start off with the 30-minute time frame. Look for the yellow X, okay? Look for a small yellow X above a candle. Literally something like the mouse is sitting, right? Except not a plus. It would be like an X. Let's see the 15-minute. And after the blue zone, right? After this area here, or even during it. Let's go to the 10-minute time frame. Okay, nothing. Let's go to the 5 minute. Nothing, just okay. Yeah, the X looks like this, right? I just wanted to make sure that I did have it enabled. Let's go down to those weird time frames. 4 minute time frame. Let's see if we can catch any foul play. But we were already suspecting that there could be some today. Let's see. Let's keep on moving. Nothing on the 4 minute time frame for manipulation. Let's see the 3 minute time frame. Nothing there. Let's keep on moving. By minute, nothing. Okay. Let's see the minute time frame. We'll even check on the 30-second intervals and the 15 too. Okay, nothing here yet. Ooh, we have one. And it hasn't, I mean, I know it already came down to 620 from 625, but I have a feeling that this signal here of manipulation is probably going to lead to a short-term upside, of which could be a resistance of around 627. Let's see. 627 to 629 to be very critical here. And then there could be a sell-off to then test the targets that we're speaking of. Back down to 614 to maybe 614 to 617, I believe it was. 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, so we got about 18 minutes left. Yeah, dude, we got to hear what he said. This is not cool, man. Okay, yeah, we got to watch out for this. We already got one signal here. Let's move on to the 15-second interval. See if there's any. Yeah, 15-second interval has it too. Let me mark them off. They may be two different shots. Let's see. Then let's go back to the 30-second. Okay, that's the same shot of manipulation. I'm very curious over what's going to happen there, and I'm wondering if it's... How is the SPY reacting to this right now? Let me see. You'll be surprised how much SPY influence there's going to be today. Damn. Wow. Okay. That's definitely something we're going to need to know too as well. We're going to need to know what the heck the damn Fed is going to say. They may rug us today, or they may actually push the markets to the upside. And something tells me that they're probably going to push the markets up. Let me come back to Seiko. Let's see what's going on with that. So much volatility here. Damn, it already came back down to 158. So retesting the targets. The next one could be 154 to 149. Yeah, what ended up happening to that? Right, what ended up happening to that, dude? Cool. Everything is still, yeah, there's still a massive upside presence here. And I mean, I feel like it does have the shot to complete the entire signal at 464. But yeah, very curious that we ended up fulfilling every single target thus far. We need one more. That is looking very good. Yeah, that's what I was trying to find out, Bob. You know what? We can see it in the economic calendar. So we go to the, and then go to today. He's speaking. Yeah, it's at the same time. Several manipulation signals on the SPY. Wow. I wonder if they're propping it. Let me see the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame has. Geez, this may continue. Geez, man. Seb, we may not. We have to see what the direction is going to be, but it's very dangerous to trade today. The SPY. Simply because of Fed Powell. Hourly time frame SMA 200 for the SPY is currently resistance. Let me see that. Definitely at market close yesterday. At market open, huge manipulation signal there on the 30-minute. Not even low-key, man. Is that one or no? Damn, we had one down here. Yeah, this is what I meant by a prop up. So already two signals. Let's go down to the 4-minute. Yeah, we still have that one there. Let's go down to the 3-minute time frame. Okay, let's see the 2-minute. Still, that one is so present. That first one was very, very strong. Minute time frame also. Oh, yeah, we had one right up here. Price action just right. We got that little bit of an upside, and then bam. Let's see the 30-second intervals. Eek, a little hard to see. Hold on. Let me adjust that for our sake here, right? Need to make sure that our eyeballs can survive this search. Nothing on the 30-second intervals, and let's see the 15-second intervals. Wow. 5. Damn. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots of manipulation. That's, dude, what? You gotta be joking. That's almost comical. That it doesn't sound real. Like, how do you? It's like somebody let their toddler borrow the manipulation button here, and he just went ham on it, right? What the hell? That is terrible. That is 100% terrible. 93, I'm happy you did too, man, because wow. That is ridiculous, man. The Staples easy button, literally, bro, that big red button, somebody just is like slamming it at whatever, wherever they see fit. It's like, this sounds like an area to manipulate. Bam! Another one here, cool. Hey, you want to see retail really get pissed off? Check me out. Hit that button. The hell? Damn, you for real got out at dead bottom because I got called at work. Work literally prevented you from facing a 50% loss. That is crazy, man. I can't believe the amount of pressure there. 635. Wow, look at that. How does that work, man? Literally jumping from 620, it actually jumped up to 639 and then came down. What the heck? Guys, the markets are topsy-turvy today, man. That is the nightmare that Fed Powell is creating for us. Origin, I'm so sorry you're not feeling okay, my brother. Please get some rest. And thank you so much for your birthday wishes, my brother. Please be safe. Yeah, Bob, I agree. This is freaking lunacy. How are we getting these fluctuations this deep? Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty massive. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Okay, dropping from 639 to 635 on FNGR, still facing some of that pressure. It's 8:51 a.m. Pacific time. Just a moment, team. Let me go to my channel here. And okay, yeah, let's put on Williams. It looks like he's already on. Let's go ahead and let's take a listen to William too. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm kind of worried over like what Ham is going through. So let's give it a quick listen and see what's good, right? Let me get rid of the tunes and put this on. Let's see.
Shares in that NewCo, from what I understand, but I am not an expert. I'm doing that after I duked it out on this call with several people, and yeah, of course it's disappeared, but I think you still will have some ownership in something.
Here we go.
Steele. Jordan. Stefanik. Jordan.
You know, Mr. Coriander, one time Jordan. I was out late at this after hours party.
Jordan.
And I was younger. Jeffrey. And this absolutely stunning, gorgeous Jeffries. Woman
strong
was my companion Jordan. For
Swalwell.
At least for a nice period of the
Sykes.
Of the evening.
Jeffries.
Takano. And she went to UVA. She was
Tenney. Jordan.
Anyway, I won't describe her, but she was absolutely lovely.
Thompson
just stunning.
California.
And a great person and a lot of fun.
Jeffries.
And I asked her
Thompson of Mississippi.
If a lot of
Jeffries.
Men fell in love with her or
Thompson
asked her out
Pennsylvania.
when she was in college.
Jordan.
And she looked at me and she said,
Tiffany.
Is that a serious question?
Jordan.
That's my only response to you, Mr.
Timmons.
Coriander. Is that
Jordan.
a serious question?
Titus. Jeffries. Talene.
Yeah, we'll talk facts only. Oh, sorry. I'm listening to the vote.
Talene.
I'm listening for the vote on
Kakuta.
the
Jeffries. Tonko.
Speaker of the House. I have a
Jeffries.
feeling it's going to go
of
down
California.
in flames again. But
Jeffries.
I personally would find it refreshing
Jeffries.
to see what Jordan could do. He seems
Trahan.
to not be bought by
Jeffries.
K Street, but they all are bought.
Trone.
Well, she's naming all the congressmen. The stream I'm
Turner.
following doesn't give the total.
Jordan. Underwood.
And of course, it's ABC.
Jeffries.
It wouldn't. But I couldn't find PBS.
Van Drew.
Let me see if I can find PBS or someone.
Jordan.
Um,
Van Dyne.
so I can give you the score.
Van Orden.
Here's Script. Oh no, that's not. That's Scripps News. That's not going to be it. I don't want to do. I don't want to do Washington Post. Here's ABC News. Here's Wall Street Journal. Let's see what if they show. Oh, that's for the second one. YouTube does such a filter that it's hard. All right, CNN. I hate clicking CNN.
Jordan.
Winstrup. Let's try this one. That's just somebody talking.
They own the fallout from that. I mean, you can only do what you can do. Republicans have the majority, so we can make our case.
Jeffries.
I can't get the tally. I don't know what the tally. Where's Arca?
Jeffries. Williams of Georgia.
All right, Jennifer.
Williams of New York.
Williams.
Jordan.
They got to be almost done.
Williams of Texas.
They got to be almost done.
Jordan. Wilson of Florida. Jeffries. Wilson of South Carolina. Jordan.
Mr. Coriander, the cost of goods sold
Jordan.
in their top-up business, I don't know it, but it's very small. It's like a grocery store level. Is it 4%? Is it 8%?
Jordan.
They buy minutes at a discount,
Zinke.
and then they sell them at par. But
Jordan.
the benefit of that revenue, and let's say it's 4%, maybe it's as high as 8% of a boost. But the benefit of that revenue is that it is repetitive, it's safe, and it continually grows, and it locks them into a partnership with China Mobile, China Telecom, and I always forget the third one. And so that's one aspect of their business, huge profits. The other aspect is their texting business, which they backed off of right now, partly because China was in a lockdown, partly because it doesn't have high margins, and partly because they're moving to a third part of their business, which is rich content services. Rich content services is designed for the 5G phones. That has a much higher profit margin, and that's coming on stream now. I don't know the numbers except that it is a significantly improved profit margin. It's a way to get advertising directly to 1.5 billion phones, or whatever percentage go through finger motion. Their fourth area is the insurance companies deals, Met Re, Pacific Re. We don't know those deals, but I imagine once they get going, they're going to be high profit margin. The fourth thing is they're going to do Apple Care. They're going to get $25 out of every $100 spent as a mandatory cost to warranty whatever percentage of 1.5 billion phones. That's going to be 25%. That is probably 90% profit margin. It's massive. And then they have their Juji Netscape business, Netscape-like business, Netflix. I don't know what the profit margin is on 100 million people downloading movies, but I would imagine it's very high. And I'm leaving one out. Big data. Big data is what made Snow a multi-billion-dollar IPO. And big data, I don't know the margins, but it's huge. You're selling data, and that's coming online. So, Mr. Coriander, you're going to move from the very low grocery store profit margins to high-tech profit margins and insurance company profit margins and warranty profit margins in a heartbeat now, third quarter, fourth quarter. So it's a huge story. All right, let's call the hamster. Yeah, I'm here. I'm go ahead. I'm going to try to get you on the. Yeah, I'm going to try to get you in on the speaker here.
All right, everybody, I'm merged in William, and we have a lot of people that dialed in on the call-in number. Is everybody all right?
Yeah, William? I'm trying to get you on this better speaker, which it is not doing. Let me see if it'll give me that chance. No, but we'll just go with this for now, and I'll fiddle with.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, nor do I care. But anyway, here we go.
Exactly.
This is not the buy or sell. This is our opinion about security fraud, naked short selling, you name it, by two guys giving you your opinion. This is not legal advice, like Richard from Not Legal Advice says all the time. And we'll just go from the get-go. All right, some news from yesterday. A message was sent to somebody, to our big... And the message was sent towards me. We know who you are. They know our big holder.
Hey, Ham, could you start that sentence again? Because there was a blip, my side, not your side, but you're sounding great now. Just start that whole riff.
Yesterday, a message was sent to somebody we know, not to me, to someone else. So our big holder got the message that Jeffrey Easton is not happy with his name being spread all over Twitter and everywhere else, that he's a criminal, doesn't like it, his family's upset, and that they know who we are, including myself and our big holder. Now, I don't know what his attempt was to reach out to do what he's doing, but I went to my attorneys and they deem it as a serious threat. And I was told to report it to the authorities as a death threat. Okay, so people, this is not a fun and game. We're sitting here that these guys are trying to knock the stack down. We're trying to take it up, blah, 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 for settlement. The SEC, unfortunately, has left us all hanging in the wind against people that potentially could lose billions of dollars and go to jail. We're ending their crime family way, whatever the hell they've been doing all these years. And so we have to take this as a serious threat. And I just want to let everybody know that I reached out to the authorities and to our attorneys, and we are taking it serious. I don't call them up threatening them. I use facts, information, toxic loans, their history, their past on what they do. If anybody would just follow the sell tickets and the money, all their plays have the same pattern. Avid Trader did a great video about 5 of their plays that all went to zero, down to pennies. He left out one of my favorites, SYTA. You can watch his video. That stock went from 10 to pennies. They reversed it. And I forgot the number they reversed it to, but it's back down to 2 again. So they destroyed this company 3 times, and it's all related to Lynn Partners. So again, they want to play the game and threaten people's lives. We go to the authorities and we let them know.
And then when it hurts, they cry.
And when it hurts, they cry. And they're unhappy. Their family's seeing their name all over Twitter. They don't like it. So they sent a message yesterday through somebody we know.
But they destroy families. They destroy companies. They destroy investors. And then, oh my gosh, it's hurting our family. They're seeing our name in the paper.
Right.
I have no respect for Jeff Easton.
Well, the gentleman that gave us the obviously the threat, he has an issue now, because if anything does happen, he's going down with them. So I just want to congratulate him for opening his big mouth. Just like the gentleman that gave me the death threat in GTII, we saved his information also. So again, death threats, we take them serious. We're not fooling around. And we report them to the authorities as we get them. This is something the U.S. government has allowed these guys to do. It's like having a crime family in charge of the equity markets. They need to stop this immediately. All right. So again, we're not going away. We can see the manipulation daily. I told you I had a friend yesterday that bought a lot of stock, and he was buying at 667. And he told me that he bought the stock. He's never had so many tickets come at him at the same time. And you say, what does that mean? Well, he had a big bid there, and you couldn't see it. And they were selling 200, 300, 100, 150, 300, 200, 800, 400. For 2 hours, they'd hit him with small orders, like a machine gun all day long. He couldn't believe it. I don't know. I don't know. I have to ask him how many tickets he actually had. But the way it sounded like at the time he had, about 100 tickets of all small amounts just keep coming in. And no one sells stock like that. You have 100 retail investors all sell their 200, 500, 800 all at the same time, trying to knock out a bid. I mean, to me, that is a classic. They're just trying to attempt to see how many shares you are bidding for, and until they finish knocking you out. And when they finish knocking them out, you saw the onslaught yesterday on the close, trying to mark it lower. All right, that's their game, trying to move it lower towards the market on the close. I put up the bar chart. You can see they sold over 150,000 in one sale, just selling it at the market, trying to knock it down. All right, trying to knock it down. So there were buyers there, thank God, because they suck it up. But again, accumulation is how you win these manipulative trades. And just let me change it for 1 second. Manipulation in the equity markets is here to do one thing: get people to panic and sell. People on margin get taken out. They need more margin. You name it. That's what it's all about. And I look at it as Tesla. Okay, it's down $22 today. This is a company that's on the forefront of every brilliant technology idea that's been out there for a long time. And, again, granted, in the beginning, he didn't have it, but now he does. But they continue to manipulate the stock to get people to panic and sell. You may have bought Tesla on margin, and you're going to panic and sell it. And, just like if anyone bought an option there, they kill it. It's the same patterns. Take away this manipulation. People won't be forced to panic out, and they let companies play it out, and let's see what they're going to do over time. Let's see them go through their business plan. Let's see them grow as a company. You don't have that opportunity. Tesla is a monster, and it can dig its way back out of it. Most companies cannot dig their way out of these attacks. And Avid put up the videos of the companies that Lynn destroyed, and one of them is RWLK, which actually helps people that are handicapped walk in these robotic machines and get standing upright, and it teaches them to walk again. So if you had a stroke or a terrible accident and you cannot walk, the machine will assist you in walking. They destroyed that company, and it reversed itself, and it's so on and so forth. But they destroyed these companies. It's 68 cents. How many 68 cents companies can help people walk? I don't know many of them. But they wanted to destroy this thing for one reason: to line their pockets. They couldn't give a shit about anyone that needed the help. I don't know what the other companies have done, in their portfolio, but these guys give companies millions of dollars. They go to pennies. They're rich. Everyone is busted out broke. Warren Buffett couldn't take these hits. All these guys invest in are losing ideas. Think about that. Every company these guys invest in is a loser. Eventually, you got to stop investing. Yet they continue going on as though we'll keep losing money because that's the type of guys we are. We believe in everybody. They're full of shit. They're stealing. They're looting. They're killing companies. They're killing investors, ruining lives. You name it. That's what they do. And now, are they in the business of threatening people's lives? In my life, I believe that that's what they just did. All right? They're in the business of now, to me, is threatening my life and my family's life because they're losing money, them and their friends or their partners, and they're sending a message yesterday to a third party. All right? So I look at that, and they actually sent the message to our big holder. They know who he is. They know where he lives. They know where he comes from because he's the one that told me about it. All right? Yesterday, I was running around New York City, and that's what I came home to last night. All right. So again, I don't take it lightly. I reached out to attorneys. We need to go to law enforcement and let them know again that we feel threatened, and I have to do it again. So again, people, this is serious stuff, and you can watch the manipulation. They're going to jail when this gets blown up. I told you, my idea is that they're going to eventually drag down Jeffries. We'll go bust from this thing, and it'll be a complete shit show on the street. All right, but Finger Motion is leading the charge. They know we got them. They're not stupid. They put 2 fake stories out in a few days. There's 23 new bashes put up. They're trying to borrow shares. The rate's through the roof. The naked short number keeps going up. They're doing all that stuff out of desperation. All right? This game is coming to an end. There's so many things that are on our side. Even the SEC is sending out messages that this is coming to an end, going after stock loan, which we just described. How are they borrowing shares if their rate is through the roof? There's no shares. Everyone's showing me from their old platforms, 0 shares to lend, 0 shares to lend. Where getting the stock from that they sell at the market? They're selling counterfeit shares. It's relentless, and that's what they do. William, do you have any questions? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just saw this one, which is interesting. Trading in London is halted. Is that related to short selling? We don't know, but that's interesting. My question, did you see bank earnings? The big banks lost, to my memory, 5.3 billion in charge-offs this quarter. Liquidity has to be a problem for the shorts. I'm wondering.
No, there's no question that there's problems all over the place. The system is flooded with counterfeit shares. It's all based on people funding these events. It's not this they can go out there and do it for free. People think that there's no margin. The whole thing is based on margin. That's why they get this leverage, and when it goes against them, they can't handle the negative marks, meaning that the stock is going up. They can't put money back in because there's when you buy a stock on margin and stock goes down, you have to put up more money. You get a call in a minute. And I put up the famous one from retail, the E-Trade guy. He had to put up the money, he lost 120,000. They bought him in, no questions asked. That's what you're seeing here. And that's why $7 happens to be something that's a major, whatever it is, something's going on at 7. And I keep saying it again, it relates to me. I don't know every stock's pain tolerance, but in Finger Motion, lucky number 7 seems to be the problem.
One gentleman wants to know what if they're buying in the dark pool? Can you explain dark pools? What is that?
Someone has to sell it. It's a dark pool is a meeting place. That's all it is. They can't just they cross stock there. They do trades that, for example, if they get a call, E-Trade calls them up. I'll just use the name Lynn Partners. Hey, you have to deliver us today 500,000 shares. Lynn goes to the dark pool, they buy it in one account and they short it in another account in the dark pool so you won't see the transaction. All right, that's where they cross this stuff. All right, but again, at the end of the day, buys and sells have to be settled up. That's the government's job. The government knows that this problem's going on. They're trying to turn it off slowly because it will implode the system. But we don't give a shit about that. We're here to fight one battle, and they know we got them. All right? The 2 fake reports tells you that we're not dealing with Citadel. We're dealing with Lynn Partner and their stupid friends, whoever they may be. But put those 2 stupid paid reports out that are worthless, and the tax around it tells you they're in desperate mode.
This gentleman's obviously a friend of Lynn Partners. He's telling you it's not a threat, Ham, but he also is asking me, what happens when the stock stays below 7 by the end of the day, Friday? This is a gentleman named Kangers, obviously a friend of Lynn. I don't know what happens. There's no problem with it. It's not better for the shorts. The stock is still in trouble from the short side. From the long side, you're still got a massive upside. Options expire is what happens.
Well, let's take a step back. He said this isn't a threat.
That's what he said, Kangers.
So write down his name. Tell him we're going to have the FBI give him a call. Since he knows about this is not a threat, I want him to explain it to the FBI, and we'll send him to your house. Now we have direct contact with someone who's tied to Lynn. I love it. Get his handle, and we'll have it. I'll give it to the FBI, and I'll have him track him down, and then he can tell the story why it's not a threat. Because I feel it's a threat. All right.
And your attorneys feel it's a threat.
Come on my side of the fence there, big mouth, and see how it feels. All right. I'm sitting here fighting for everybody here. Obviously, you love security fraud. We don't like security fraud because we see the damage it destroys people. But you seem to enjoy it. So everybody on this call, this is a scumbag who just happened to pick his face up, pick up the phone, enjoyed the conversation. And you could tell Lynn that I'm going to the FBI and we're going to fucking bring everything we can to fucking ruin them. All right? This is the threat that I'm going to law enforcement, and we're coming back at them with everything they want to. They want to play. We're not fucking around.
And he wants to. Jeff Easton wants to have the fancy office address. He syndicates deals to criminal short sellers, and he doesn't want to suffer any pain that you all are suffering, losing money. People are contemplating suicide, losing homes, companies going out of business. And Jeff, the fucking bully crybaby, is upset. He's lucky if the only thing happens to him is his name is on the side of the truck in front of the SEC. Jeff Easton is a criminal, in my opinion. And so is Philip Vallier. And so are the other two women that work with him. The Lynn Partners New York City is a front for criminals.
That's exactly what it is. He's the front. He gets him in, and then he just robs you blind. That's what he's doing. And he's smiling while he's doing it. He doesn't like it when, well, just listen again. The gentleman, write down his name, William. I don't know what the hell you said.
Kangers.
But I will get them. We will get the FBI, and they will contact him. And I want to see how he's going to feel when the FBI knocks in his door for threatening someone's life and being part of it. He just sent me another message. He just told you he's tied to Lynn. Okay. You want to be a big mouth? Get tied to Lynn. Okay. That's okay with me.
Well,
and the truck will be, I will get the truck in front of the SEC next week. And if you think it was brutal before, it's going to say, I could see it saying right now, Jeffrey Lynn and Lynn Partners threatens lives of investors. This needs to stop immediately.
We'll put it in front of Lynn Partners again. I mean, the sense of entitlement that your whole business model is based on a criminal racketeering effort, and that's how you make your money, and then you're worried about your reputation and name and crybaby. It's unbelievable.
Well, listen, the only reason they're reaching out and sending a message is because we got them. Otherwise, they would keep their mouth closed, go laugh, count their money, and just couldn't give a shit. But this time
they haven't given a shit all along.
No, because they haven't met the match of the investors here, the education from the investors here. Everyone is fighting as one. And I can't thank all the new people that are retweeting and standing here tall. Okay. I know that they're not in the forefront of getting their life threatened, but I appreciate it. And Patrick Byrne told me a long time ago, when you fight this battle, make sure everybody knows that when they threaten
Apparently, Jeff Easton said, hey, it's not me. We're not doing it. That is an outright lie, and it's avoidance of responsibility. You were creating the documents, and you're not smart enough to create those documents yourself. Someone taught you, and then you're handing it off for a bounty. That makes you part of it, Jeff Easton. If you want to get your conscience off of it and you want us on your side, come report who you're selling it to. Come to the good side. Get away from the dark side. Fucker.
Well, again, they robbed everybody. Avid put up 5 stocks and 4 stocks in this video. It shows you the investments and the stocks where they went.
They destroyed
$10.
CRTD. They destroyed Finger, and you have these other names.
It's all in his
But
video.
he's crying now because his name is out there?
That's correct.
He's robbed tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars from American investors, American companies, the taxpayer, and he's crying? His name's out there? What? Come on.
But you heard the message. I gave it to you from yesterday, and now you could see that this idiot just came on the call and said that Jeffrey Easton is not threatening you. Okay.
Well, so what about the other part of this brave man Kanger's question? What happens when the stock stays below 7 by the end of the day tomorrow?
Who gives a shit where it stays? What is he trying to say? That the options are going out?
Or that the stock is going to go lower? Yeah, the
What
options
is it?
will expire. And I've been saying that for a few days now, that it looks like that's what's going to happen. But it might not happen. You don't know. But yeah,
Listen,
the shorts win again.
One subpoena, one knock on the door from the FBI and DOJ, and they're vaporized in minutes because they can't hide the money trail, the paper trail. It doesn't go away. They've been stealing for a long time. They may be trying to clean up their act now, but they're past. These guys thought they were the kings. They thought they were the new Goldman Sachs. This was easy money. Don't worry. Send over, wire over $20 million. Don't worry about it. Send it over. They were stealing. They're stealing big numbers. And when you're stealing big numbers, you have to wire it around. And guess what? Everybody knows what you're doing. And the paper trail will be exposed. Okay, just like in GTII with the Kramers and Alpine, these numbers, they've been wiring money, laughing about this for a long time. Payback is going to be a bitch. We're not letting them get away with it either. All right. I've been threatened through the group, through Kramers also. The guy wrote it in. I have a text message. I could show it to you. That when they find out who I am, I will be eliminated. That was the text message. So I told that gentleman that he's now part of the, if anything happens to me, and I gave it to good people and the attorneys in the FBI, this is the guy to get, because he actually has knowledge that they want to murder me.
I just want to add to the record, I'm not going to respond to this, but Z to the U, who has a picture of himself with a tiny dog like that research analyst down in Puerto Rico, and I say analyst in quotes, he says, triggered fat boy. William, I guess he's calling me fat, which I do have to lose weight, saying ha ha. Well, it's not.
That fat bastard in Puerto, you're talking about that fat bastard with the dog in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, that white dog, poodle dog analyst.
Tell that big mouth, we're coming to Puerto Rico. Let's see, you better go hide.
Z to you, but I don't want to get off on it because I don't want.
No, listen, these are idiots.
Yeah, I don't.
Listen, these people don't know how to make a living. They're part of an organized crime. He gets money. He gets paid to produce. He's that White Diamond Research. Dirty Mayo, take care of this prick.
It's your movie.
Expose it. Put his face all over Twitter again and tag the DOJ and FBI for him.
It's your favorite movie. Why are these guys confessing?
Right. They're bragging.
They're bragging. They have fun stealing, and they're entitled to it.
Right. This guy writes research reports that he uses crayons to write with. He's so stupid. Listen, these guys think they're criminals. The whole bunch of them are criminals. They think they walk on water. But again, we're going to the FBI, the DOJ. Let's see how tough you are when they grab you. All right. I know plenty of tough guys are tough. As soon as they get pinched, then you see how fast they cry. All right. There's always somebody tougher. And when law enforcement knocks on your door, let's see how tough you are then.
So from here on, let's not react to these guys.
You're the one reading them.
I reacted. I'm talking to myself.
Well, listen, I'm glad you got upset about it. This is the way it is. I'm the one receiving the death threats. I got it. I have a family, and I take it serious.
I'm just trying to put their name on the record so that your investigation is helped.
Write it down. Everything that you see will be added. I'm not fooling around. This is the third time. All right, okay, and I'm going to the FBI. No big deal. I will present the facts, show them where they are, and I'm not backing down. All right, this is a serious threat to me and my family, and they can say what they want, but it's up to them when they knock on their door. And I'm telling you right now, there's plenty of people that have my back on this stuff that understand what's going on. So I'm okay with it. But I just want to let you know, this is a dangerous situation, because what if they send somebody to put 2 bullets in my head?
No,
What
no,
if?
no, 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 no.
It's okay. I got a big head. They can't miss. But
Well,
again, what if?
the
Just
sun
think about
shining off the top of
what-
your head will interfere with their
what
aim.
if? Just remember, if I do disappear, Lynn Partners, those 2 creatures you just talked about, the Kramers, Alpine, are all people that are, what do you call them?
Racketeers?
Suspects.
Oh,
Suspects.
Yeah.
They all have a motive for trying to shoot somebody who is trying to help expose the crime that they're committing. All right. So again, murder charges a little different than white collar crime. Right? White collar crime, you go away for 5 years, 10 years. Murder, you're going away for life. So if they want to add that to it, knock yourself out. And don't forget this. If I do disappear, payback is a bitch. Just remember that. Anyway, let's go back on to who the hell knows what we were talking about. Are you still with me, William, or did they shoot you?
I've been told, William, please try not to cut him off when he's talking about important points. So I'm just waiting.
No, don't listen to him.
Just waiting for you to be done. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, Ham, which is a little off your topic, is that Not Legal Advice and Big JR are going to have a call today to discuss this and other things on their YouTube channel. I'm trying to find the time, but just to highlight that.
Yeah, listen, I can't get on all these calls. I have a family also.
You don't have to, but just telling people that they'll be there trying to find it.
I have to run around sometimes, and I just miss the calls, and I try to get to them. Like last night, I was exhausted running around New York City. I've gotten caught in the protest by the UN yesterday. I was told you I was near there, and it was complete chaos getting around. There was armies of police officers. It was not easy to get around. And parking, to get to a street, to go across town, you can't make a left or right. So basically you start going straight, you wind up on the west side, and then you have to work your way back towards the east side again. So it wasn't easy driving around yesterday, but the time I get home and start to calm down, that's when I get the call that my life is being threatened again. And then I got riled up again, and then trying to you just run out of gas trying to pay attention to all the different things here. But I did wake up this morning, and I needed all I had on my mind was Avid and his video, and I couldn't remember where it was, of all the stocks and the chart patterns of every stock that Lynn was in, all different fields, all destroyed by Lynn Partners. All have the same pattern. They even destroyed Finger Motion, but once he even circled that once Finger Motion got rid of the debenture, the stock went straight up 600%. So you don't have to be too smart to figure out what's different from all the companies that are dead versus Finger Motion. All right, the debenture has disappeared. Once the debenture disappears, they have nothing to short against, and they are exposed. So the continued buying in Finger Motion, the relentless buying in Finger Motion, has definitely trapped these guys upside down.
I'm waiting because I've been admonished not to interrupt you. Can we get in front of the Lynn Partners office building with a truck again? Are you there? Ham?
Two huge military planes just flew over me, and they were I can't believe how low they were. It was amazing. I'm talking about low. The pilot was giving me the finger.
Huge utes.
Okay.
The two huge utes.
Two big military planes. I was trying to
You
get a
must
photo
have a
of it.
fort up there. A
I
camp.
don't know where. I have no idea. They're going away to New York City, so I assume they're going. Something's going on in that direction.
Uh-oh. So, can we get a truck in front of the Lynn Partners building is a question.
Listen, putting in front of a New York City building, it gets lost. The best place to do it is in front of Fox, but Fox is on lockdown due to the protest. But in DC, the SEC has that beautiful glass building. You know that any truck parking in front of a building is videotaped. Question that in DC, William, no truck can park in front of a building without being questioned. Who the hell are these people, right? No one's allowed to do it. So the FBI will come out and they will question the truck driver and what's going on as we show them Lynn's name and who they are. And the same thing at the SEC, and then we'll run it over to the DOJ, which is a different building. And then we'll hopefully maybe we can park it in front of the Washington Post or FINRA down in DC. All right, these buildings have glass buildings, and we will be brutal. It'll be short, sweet, and brutal. That I can promise you.
Giving time just so I don't interrupt you. Could the CIA be behind counterfeit shares?
I was watching last night, and that's what got me thinking. I was watching American Made with Tom Cruise, where he was running guns for the government, and then he was working for the drug cartel, bringing cocaine back into the country. Who the hell knows? You never know.
It looks like Finger is halted on Webull, but I'm going to ask you, I know you were playing pickleball, but this morning Finger didn't really start trading for 5 minutes, and then it was slow as molasses, and it's down still. But do you sense a difference in the trading in Finger? Is it possible something feels different to you, or is it just more of the same? All right.
I didn't see the opening today, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. And going back to that guy's question, I know it's unlikely, but something could happen by Friday to the positive or not. But when it goes, it's going to go in a minute.
Listen, lawsuits will be fired out against, I guess, the Benzinga and what's the big rat, Capybara?
Yeah.
They're not getting away. Mark Brazil is after these guys for fraudulent fake reports. Benzinga has to give up the name of the person that supplied the information to that website. If it wasn't supplied, then whoever the analyst at Benzinga will have to answer the complaint. All right. These are fraudulent reports, and they will be attacked. And Mr. Bazile is the perfect guy to do it. He's been retained by the company, and he will slam these guys. All right. We're going to get to the bottom on who's behind these research reports. All right. Not research reports. All they are is running interference for the short sellers to say, oh, there's a negative report. They missed their earnings. That's why I sold it today. That's all they're doing. And that goes back to when Mark Cahodes was doing it with Gradient Advisors against Patrick Byrne. Pat Byrne caught him. Mark Cahodes paid $5 million, and I do believe he turned in Goldman Sachs. He turned in Goldman Sachs. I believe that was his prime broker. So I think he gave him information on Goldman Sachs so that he can get off and pay $5 million. And now he's an overstock lover. That was pretty interesting how he went from bashing it, paying for research reports, telling them to hold it up after they finished the report because he wanted to short more in front of it. And he was busted on that. And the people at Gradient, which is a real research firm, ratted out that whole sequence I just described to you. What we're dealing with is crooks writing it. They don't even put their names to it. All right. And just posting nonsense.
Sorry for the delay. I want to make sure I'm not interrupting you. Today might be Gary Gensler's birthday.
You're telling me? I could care
I'm
less.
telling you, not for nothing. Not for nothing. One guy's saying, put the truck, it's your friend, put the truck in front of Jeffrey's.
Jeffrey's is on. I think it's on Madison Avenue also. Madison and 52nd. So it's on a side. It's in a tough spot. In New York City, there's so much clutter. You don't get a clear view of it. If you walk around the streets of New York, you'll understand it. But it's not a bad idea in front of Jeffrey's. Everybody who works there at Jeffrey's will talk about it. It's not a bad idea. I like that idea.
Do you think there's a bigger player involved other than Lind or Easton in Finger?
If there was a bigger player involved, they let the stock go up. It's the same thing. They're not here to make a few dollars. They want to make a lot of money if they're going to be caught in a trap here, right? So why would they fight the battle trying to hold it down? Showing them holding it down is like being like us. We're all peasants. We can't afford to play this game. When you can't afford to play the game, you try to do anything to get you not taken out of the game, and that's what you're seeing. The fake reports that we happen to witness shows you that you're dealing with buffoons.
Do you think it's possible? Sorry, were you finished? Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think it's possible that the short sellers are using computers or an AI program or an algorithm to outsmart us?
So the stock isn't even trading now. What kind of computer stops trading? Because of what reason?
Somebody
right?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Someone pointed what out?
That the $7 calls are cheap.
Someone bought 1,000 of them. So again,
for October, right?
The game is not over. Again, I can't tell you this stock. I had a guy buy 70,000 the other day. He took it up to 7. As soon as he stopped buying it, they marked it down. Okay. If that doesn't tell you that they're trying to hold it below 7, then I don't know what to tell you. The criminals who I can't stop are manipulating the price of the stock so that the options don't become profitable and trying to steal the premium. That's what they're doing. We can all see that. But in the bigger game, it means nothing because to every share that they sell, they have to buy back. I rounded the number up to 200 million now. You know what? If you do 500,000 shares a day, it's 200, it's 2.5 million a week. It's 10 million a month. I said 180. We'll be at 200. If we're not at 200, we'll be there shortly. So I'm saying 200 million. Prove me wrong. All right. We may be able to. Again, we may be able to get information on the CAT system from a regulator on the trading and finger motion. All right. So that's going to be something that is going to be a sweet surprise for all of us when it gets when we get it. All right. So again, I've seen a tidbit of it, what it looks like, and people have friends in high places that are trying to help us out, and it's more for the lawyers than for me to post all over the place. But information is starting to come around.
So I don't know these initials, but this guy is speaking to you, Ham. The SBP needs to go away, just like lending from the DTC and its affiliated companies. Also, CNS needs to be replaced with RTGs. I'm lost, but anyway, maybe you know.
Well, he's talking. The CNS is the continued net settlement. So basically, the brokerage firms are just settling out the trades at the end of the day. They're not really settling anything. I don't know what the new formula would be, but again, blockchain eliminates all this stuff. Everybody in the world is starting to go to blockchain. You can go to Paris, France, buy a cup of coffee on your American Express card or Visa card. It will be the whole transaction will be settled in seconds, meaning that if you buy a cup of coffee in Paris using I don't know if they use the franc, I don't know what their currency is anymore. Whatever their currency is, I don't know if it's what is it? The
Euro?
The euro? The
Yeah.
euro?
Yeah.
They convert it and gets it onto your statement and settled in seconds. We buy stocks and they don't settle for a year, 2 years. Think about that. They can't settle it because they all know it's fraudulent. And they let the fraud continue because they're stealing your money. That's the U.S. equity markets. I didn't design the system. The criminals have it. The SEC has been letting it go on since, I have it since 1988. I think it goes back a little bit further. Everyone knows about it. And the people that work at the DTC are telling the hedge funds, I'm sure, just keep settling it. We don't settle anything. Someone's giving them a heads up, and this is how the crime lived all these years.
You're right. He says it's the continuous net settlement system needs to be replaced or go back to return to gross settlement.
We need to go back to the days where guys were delivering certificates back and forth around the street. The stock market needs to trade slower, not faster. I don't know what trading faster makes it more important or versus a company that the stock market trades slower. We created so much speed that we confused everybody, and that's where the criminals got in the middle of it. They love it because now it's just confusing. We can't settle the trades. There's too many of them.
Speaking of speed and liquidity, do you see that Ken Griffin's building $1 billion home in Florida?
So if you go back in time, I'm
to add to his condominiums.
Right. I posted many years ago that this guy was Scarface. He has the spending patterns of the drug dealer Scarface, meaning that he was buying all these homes all the time. He bought the biggest home in the UK, the biggest one in New York, the biggest one in Chicago. He bought the one on Star Island down in Miami, Palm Beach. He owns half the goddamn place already. This guy is spending money. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they don't do that stuff. This is the first guy to do this stuff. And it shows you he's got the same pattern as Scarface. He's spending the money like a drug dealer. And that's what he's doing. He's been moving money out of wherever he's making it, and he's putting it into homes. And then he started buying artwork on top of it, right? That was a Stevie Cohen thing. Stevie started buying artwork too. So this is a way they can hide things, do what they have to do. I don't know what the pattern is of it, but that's what they do. I put that up years ago, so I know all about him. And you put up the photo of all the property. I mean, just Google his name and his homes. You can see it.
I put the New York Post article on Twitter, but
right. I mean, it's remarkable that no one sees this. Everyone's losing their shirt, but this guy. He's in a business. Just so everybody understands, he's in a business that everyone on Wall Street gave up on. Every small market maker is out of business. Every trading desk on the street is out of business, but his business is thriving. How's that working? He's just doing the same thing as everyone else. He's making a market in stocks. What's different? Are his traders the best in the world? Nope. He's just selling the system. He's filling the system with counterfeit shares, the weight, breaks the backs. He's short all the names, and he makes billions of dollars destroying companies. There you go.
This
adding liquidity.
Sorry, I interrupted. I apologize.
No, I'm finished.
This guy says MULN announced yet another reverse split, or they're thinking about it. They get trapped. They don't. Other source of capital is out there because no one knows the denominator. So they have to go back to the pimp. They're like a young girl that's trapped in the horrible back and forth of prostitution. She has nowhere else to go except to the pimp. They go back to the pimp, which is people like Jeff Easton.
So he's basically unwinding his company, slaughtering every investor there. The short sellers, as he reverses, their positions get unwound. They're thrilled because now they get their money off the table. Their positions are shut down. He's probably reduced his company, I guess, by now by 80%.
Right.
Right. So if you owned 100 shares, you now own 20 shares, some number like that.
Yeah.
So if you were short 100 shares, now you're only short 20 shares.
And you took all that money out without having to pay taxes.
And you don't even have to cover.
You don't have
It
to
just
cover.
goes away.
Don't have to cover.
You
No
don't
closing.
cover anything. There's no closing transaction. It just goes away.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about if you were long a stock like Tesla at $25, it goes to 2,000, and you could sell your stock without reporting it to anybody, and you get to keep all your money. That's what they're doing on the short side.
There, someone's basically saying, "Don't forget that Australian guy."
Oh, we didn't forget him. We know that the roads are going to lead to the paper trail. The money's going to lead to him. These guys are not in the game. All these billionaires you see, very few have a business that made them all their money. The stock market is making their money because it's free money. And they all drifted this way. Okay, so guys like Carl Icahn, who was a nobody, is worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. And when the shorts attacked him, he knew exactly what to do. All right, so these guys, he knew how to attack them in Herbalife. He knows the game. They all know the game. Carl Icahn, I believe, was attached to, I can't remember the name of the brokerage firm. It was an over-the-counter brokerage firm. My friend will know it. And back in the day, his name was attached to it. So he owned part of a brokerage firm. So we all assumed that he was shorting through there.
First Jersey?
No. I'll get the name. Give me 1 second. I'll get the name. Yeah, next question.
Okay. This gentleman points out Finger Motion is a growth stock with no toxic debt, does not need cash, and it's breaking even. And I think that's the point. Sean, Lynn Partners New York City has a website. You can find their email and their phone number.
It's right there. They're a disgrace.
Wow,
Just
there's
look
a
at all
global
the
maybe it's why those planes, there's a global travel advisory right now.
Keep
Wow.
shooting. What else you got?
All right, there's a couple about that travel advisory. Fed Chair Powell escorted out of the room as protesters interrupted his speech.
Oh, that's great.
One guy says you're very funny. Funny how? You saying I'm funny? Funny how?
I told you it was a lot of fun at parties.
Here's a gentleman. He looked at the Lynn Partners investments, like you said, and Avid said. Avid does great videos. RWLK, RKDA, ID, and BOXL. They're all down 12 to 71% in the last 3 months, it looks like.
Go back and see if you really want to. It's easy to see. The day that firm was introduced to Benchmark brings them to Lynn. And the minute they send you over from Benchmark to Lynn, you're destroyed. As they know your symbol, you're dead.
Wow. Yeah, you don't know Arca, but he does a great job. And it's his birthday today, too, maybe. Anyway.
Listen, Arca does great work. I keep trying to tell them, or everybody, it's very difficult to follow chart patterns when there's so much fraud and manipulation of a stock. Finger Motion at $7 was pointing up on every chart pattern in the world. It's, I go the bar chart, the 20, the 50, this, the 100. And as soon as you just look at it, the next day they attack it straight down. So how do you chart that? Saying, okay, this stock looks to me like it's going to break out. I could have said that 50 times. It looks like it's going to break out. Every time it happens, they knock it down. What began to sell off? A fake story? So you can see, how do you chart that? How do I go to clients and sell that service to you on that? It's a chart that we do charts, and we provide breakouts.
Well, that's a good point. That's a really good point. No institutional investor is going to buy based on a chart.
Right. So these things are completely manipulated, and it's very difficult. Like I said, the guy does, tremendous detailed analysis.
He does. So does Abbott.
And they both. And it's just like, no matter what you say, you have to be a brute to break the stocks out, and that's what we've done. We've had a concerted effort to teach people on Wall Street about security fraud and the potential in this stock, and people understand it, and that's why people are buying it. But the chart stuff is, Tesla. Go do just, if you're going to make money with this, go chart IBM, Apple. Go do those stocks. These stocks, they leave them alone. Walmart, things like that.
One guy says here, first to squeal gets the deal.
I like that line. I saw that.
The first to squeal gets the deal.
They all listen. I say it all the time. Just, you can watch any movie, any of them. As soon as they get caught, they all start ratting each other out. The girl ratted out that guy from the crypto exchange, whatever her name is, Ellison, whatever her name is, her boyfriend. He made me do it. The guy from New Jersey, the big fund manager, hung. Everyone in his organization is pointing their fingers now. They don't want to go to jail. They lost billions of dollars. They all do the same thing.
Steve Rosenberg says, hey, Ham, Jeffries is the first idea since you have known him that you have liked. Amazing.
That what?
That's the first idea he's given you since the 1980s that you've ever liked, Steve Rosenberg says. But
listen, I would pick 5 stocks a day, because I was an institutional guy and I had to go to hedge funds with ideas. So I had 5 good ideas a day, and I did that 5 days a week. So, think about that, the pressure to come up with ideas all the time. So Rosenberg has lost his marbles. But anyway, I've been focused on 2 names for a couple of years now. Finger motion, I got into for fundamental reasons. And the fundamental reasons have been growing right in front of me. But it turned into a shit show when short sellers came around. When the company got listed on the NASDAQ, I thought I would never have to even look at the stock again or talk about it. It was $9. They attacked it. They needed a few needed money to help with the AIZ deal. They killed the stock down to 60 cents, Lynn. 60 cents. And you say, well, they covered down there. Well, I know one guy I think he said he bought 200,000 at 68 cents. So no one was buying down there but investors. It turned on a dime, and now we're back up here. So these guys, if they were smart, they would have been covering down there. Instead, they pressed their bet because they wanted this thing to be pennies, reverse, and go through the car wash. That's what they want you to do. And in the movie's getting close. You can read Mark Falk's post on Twitter. He's going back to Oklahoma. He's got all his interviews done here. He's going to the West Coast, and then they will start putting it and editing it and get it out to us. That's how it's done. So
this gentleman's asking if you can speak about Univest. I don't know that you have any.
No, I don't. I wish I
line.
could. Yes, I can. They're Chinese. They're from China, and they follow Chinese names or companies doing business in China. Is that good enough? They filed an S3. I wasn't an expert on S3s, but the S3 is a money raised by a company whenever they want to raise money. Okay, it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. Everybody was screaming, the bashers, saying they're going to dilute the company at $1. That's how we got the fake report #1 from Capybara, right? And the company addressed that, saying they're not raising money down here. All right, so you got that too. So the company addressed it. And what do we get next? The next basher report that the company's fundamentals they're off by 40%, their revenues. 14 million, it came in at 9. From 4 to 9, it was up 80-something%, right?
Yeah.
That's the real information. The false information that the company was expecting 14 million in revenue, and it missed its number by 40%. 14 million? They should have said $1 billion. What's the big deal? They made up those numbers from nowhere. No, even the benchmark didn't even have that number in their report. The only report out there. But that just shows you how criminal it is. And it shows you that if the criminals have gained access to platforms that provide research, like Benzinga, then Benzinga is getting dragged down with it now. So either they give up the guy who supplied the report. So any of the big mouths on the phone that are tied to Lynn, we're going to get the guy who supplied that fake report to Benzinga and get Jason to give him up, him and his lawyers, because we have Mark Bazile going after Benzinga. All right. So we will get that information. And Benzinga has agreed to do an interview in the television show. All right. And the questions, Jason, in case you don't understand it, I'm giving it to you now. A, if you don't go on the show, and you don't give an interview, we know you're guilty. B, if you do go on the show and tell us how you protect investors from fake reports, I just thought about it. Ladenburg Thalmann is the one that called Icon.
Oh, yeah, I remember them.
We thought he was shorting through that back in the days. Yeah. And the second is with the platform Benzinga. When they ask him the questions, what do you do to protect investors from fake research reports? How do you check it out? Let's see what he has to say. And if he says, did we do this, do that, and did this, then the answer is going to be, how do you get an unnamed researcher to put a report up that is nowhere near any of the numbers involved with this company and basically all fraudulent and made up? So he's we have him trapped no matter which way he goes.
So just final comment on Univest. There's a lot of questions on Univest. This gentleman's asking, is Univest still in the finger game? And I would say, yeah, there's been no press release to remove the S3.
Why would Univest run away?
Yeah.
Again, I spoke to guys on the street, and they told me to think outside the box. The Univest has institutional, or let's say corporate players that would invest in FingerMotion that are partners with FingerMotion in China. So stop thinking that some hedge fund or some money guy is going to put money up. How about getting it from the corporate side? And the corporate side would be China Mobile, China Unicon, things like that. They're partners already. They do business together.
Or those two insurance companies.
The insurance companies, but the insurance companies are not Chinese. And I don't know if Univest.
I see your point.
I don't, so they brought it to my attention that China Mobile and China Unicon could be doing business with or clients of Univest. And that would be an easy thing to get done because they do business already.
I see your point. Maybe if you combed your hair differently. Pointy-headed liberal. Will,
one thing that's it.
Go ahead, say it. I interrupted you. You said one thing.
I don't know where Munich Re is. I guess it's Germany. I'm not sure.
Or it's in Switzerland.
Or it's in Switzerland, where the biggest holder of our company has flown out to do some meetings on this company. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe Munich Re is going to. Okay, that's interesting. Sue Panzerino asked,
is her name Runaround Sue? Is that her name?
No, be respectful. Her name is Panzerino. Will this ever get fixed? And
Sue, if it doesn't get fixed, I advise you, your family, if you have children or nephews or cousins or whatever, sell whatever you have and get away from it and never, ever come back again until it's fixed. You know the problem. You can read up on what's going on, but you should save and get your ass out of it and run and alert everybody to know that this is the U.S. equity markets is completely fraudulent.
she's a great long-time listener, so she's just
I'm just giving you my opinion, because after these two names, if I can't get it over the hump, I'm gone. I will only do one thing. I will tell everybody and preach every day that this is the U.S. equity markets are completely fraud. Forget everything else that's crazy in the country, but the whole financial system is fraud to steal your money. If you have it in pension accounts, that's the funny thing that people don't understand. The teachers union, the police unions, the firemen, they put money into the equity markets through their pensions, and they destroy and steal your money. And yet Wall Street pats you on the back. You're our first responders. You're the best. They couldn't give a shit. These are the people that come out, God forbid, you're in a car accident. Who's going to save your life? These are the people that pick you up, protect you against criminals on the street, and they steal their money. They don't even care. It's remarkable. So when you retire from the fire department or police department or whatever whatever you're doing, you're on the corner, people shoot at you, you put your life every day, a military, a soldier, whatever it may be, they could care less. And steal your money. That's what they do. Think about that.
This, I didn't see this. This is a longtime listener, and he's asking about, did you see that Dan Borders is showing that insiders are selling GTII? Look, they have a big position. It's 1% a month.
They've been doing it for a while. It's Dan Borders, which I'm sure he doesn't know every fact about GTII. The stock ran to 9. No insider did anything for years. If anybody has done anything more for the company, it's been the insiders of that, fighting this battle to save us all. And I got it. If I was an insider, we have families. We need to pay our bills also. So I got it. Insider selling means nothing to me. Insiders get stock to sell. They don't get it to be wallpaper. All right. So if an insider selling stock, treat it with a grain of salt. We were never trained to sell based on insider selling. The short sell every day. They don't report it. Lynn Partners is blasting the stock out every day. The Kramers and Alpine blasted the shit out of GTII. They never reported anywhere.
And I also think GTII, they only sell 1%.
Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. I'm just saying that the criminals are selling every day, and no one says anything about it. If an insider sells the stock, they take him out and hang him like Mussolini.
That's your SEC. This gentleman that I want to set up that you speak with, he says we need to go to T+0.
You know what? He's 100% wrong. We could do T+, whatever you want to call it. They don't settle it. They keep giving people the leverage or IOUs to continue. If you don't settle your trade and it's not bought in, T+0, they should make you force them to buy it in, okay, and then fine you 10 times the amount, and that's how it ends. But they don't. E-Trade calls you up and says, William, I know you're a client. Oh my God, you owe us 100,000 shares. And William goes, I know, I bought it from Morgan Stanley. They didn't deliver it. Can you let me go another 2 days? I'll get it from them. And they go, sure, William, you're our client. What E-Trade needs to do is call William, say, William, you owe us 100,000 shares. Morgan Stanley, I don't give a shit who owes it to you. You got fucking 5 minutes to get me the stock. If you don't do it, I'm going to buy you in, and I'm going to charge you 10 times the amount because you're committing security fraud. Boom, that ends it. Do it 3 times, you go to jail. That's how it ends. I'm sorry for being rough on you, William.
No. You can be rough on me. I've screwed up plenty in the last few days, so go ahead. This gentleman is asking, is it from the good guy's side, is it more helpful, or do we cause more damage? Do we have more of a chance of a gamma squeeze if people buy in the money calls or out of the money calls?
Listen, don't buy calls because you think you're going to squeeze these idiots. You can see that they're selling millions of shares, trying to stop this stock from going above strike prices. So we can buy all the calls we want. If there's no one regulating it on the stock that's being sold and being flooded into the marketplace, how do you beat them in the time period that you need to win? You understand?
Right.
We're going to win because accumulation is going to pop their heads out. All they're trying to do is hold it down so that people can lose money on options. And again, I feel terrible for what they're trying to do. But these are not NVIDIA calls. These are not Tesla calls, okay? Tesla today is down $20, okay? I'm going to look at the 240 calls in Tesla. Excuse me, I only have up to the 232s on my platform. But they're down $13 today. Those calls yesterday, the 232 calls were $15. I mean, so these things are brutal. I mean, just think about the premium and how much money they destroyed on holding that stock down. NVIDIA, the same thing. Options were enormous premiums. They all disappear. Right? People are buying it for home run swings, and that's the way it goes. There's nothing I can do about it. That's the option game. You could buy a gazillion of the 15 calls. That's not going to create a gamma squeeze. When it goes through 15, then it's creating a gamma squeeze.
I got to think about this one. Jennifer Vecrano is asking if you can give a shout out to her friend Tony in India, but she doesn't explain why. But I guess it's for. And
well,
then,
listen, I have many people that own the stock in Abu Dhabi and Dubai that I met when I traveled there, and they communicate back all the time. So yes, Tony in India, I hope you're on our side of the fence. And remember, investing in the U.S. equity markets is a disgrace unless you have people that are fighting for you. Otherwise, I would tell you you're better off buying in your local markets and then versus here. The short sellers went after Tata Motors guy. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, the wealthy guy.
It went after him. He lost billions of dollars in market cap to short selling frauds. They're going around the globe now and just picking any company they like, shorting it, and then just create mayhem by yelling fraud or whatever they want to yell. And these people fight back. I'm sure the guy from India was building many things in India that can help out the people in India. But the short sellers around the globe, I would say the short sellers around the globe, the short sellers from the United States and their thirst to steal everybody's money would rather destroy a country and couldn't care less.
Yeah, they don't care. But then Jeff Easton cries, "My picture's on the front of a truck." That Matt Kay, his father, 2 weeks ago went into the hospital for weakness, and he's dying right now. And Matt Kay's been a long listener, so anyway, that's also out there.
Matt, we send our prayers to you, but I try to tell people life goes on. These animals could care less. They have poor Matt worrying about his stock portfolio getting destroyed instead of with his dad worrying about his dad in his last few days that he's going to be on this planet. It takes away, every day is precious. Okay, a friend of mine who worked at Oppenheimer, and I forget where he is now, his son was in a car accident, his door was smashed in, but his son is as big as a football player, and he was fine because he was really big. All right, but again, you never know. Someone drove right into his door of his car, ran a red light, I assume, and hit his door. You never know when something comes your way. So again, people need to focus on their lives and not sit here on a call with me and William discussing security fraud. Just think of this, William. And Lou from Brooklyn did this for his interview yesterday. He told me, and I thought it was brilliant. You know, when does investing in the U.S. equity market involve you to become part of the military to sit here and defend your stock position?
That's great. That's
the Apple computer shareholders. They see the news. Oh, they got a new titanium phone, and they go back to work. The video holders, we have a new chip, an AI chip, and it's going to drive us to the promised land. Tesla's got a new car. Blah 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 blah. You invest in a small company, and it's like a firefight. You got to get out here and defend why you bought the stock. You have to tell people, my God, this technology looks amazing. And then you get the people out there, you're full of shit, you're a scumbag, you're a pusher, you're a pumper, you're blah, 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 blah. That's the U.S. equity market for you.
Yeah.
Who decided that Lynn Partners has become Julius Caesar? And they give you the thumbs down, wipe them out. We don't care anymore. Kill
Judge,
these guys.
jury, and executioner.
That's who they think they are.
And then he cries, Jeff Easton.
Well, he doesn't like it because it's ruining his lifestyle that he's running around wherever he lives.
It hurts his feelings. His feelings.
People go on Twitter and see his face. All right, the Lynn Partners crime family.
Somebody just made fun of me for being a fat boy. I saw a picture of Jeff Easton, and he's put on some poundage too. But anyway, that's unfair to pick on me or Jeff for being fat.
All they're doing, William. All they're doing is trying to get you off your game.
I know.
That's it. That's all it is. Now, listen, again. You know, when I played ball for money, guys I played against, they would say all kinds of stuff on the court. And you just got to keep your head down and just keep trying to win the game and don't pay attention to it. Don't get dragged into it. It's a head game. I told you that.
I know it's a head game. And I got one messed up head. Anyway, P Money says that said he used to work at Lodman Tallman out of college. Wow. I remember them. They were, like Cam says, they were an over-the-counter.
Am I correct?
And they were an investment bank. I remember, and research. They used to have research, but nobody.
Ladenburg Thalmann was in it. I told you I remember
it. This is right up your alley. Could Finger threaten the NASDAQ and move to a different country's exchange if illegal short selling?
I sent the message 7,000 times. Leave the United States. Go to an exchange like Singapore. They would only accept the 24 million shares at the DTC. All right? They will not accept an IOU. So that you fill out I forgot the form. I think it's a form 25. I can't just using a number. And basically you delist in the US, you relist in Singapore, your positions are transferred out of your brokerage accounts. It has to be a real share, and that's how you can kill them. And that's what I was going to do in Abu Dhabi. I was going to sit and take companies from the US, and I was going to loot the NASDAQ and the small cap stocks and drag them out of the US and bring them to Abu Dhabi to a safe environment and protect them. But the country is too upside down for me to get that done. Yes, that is a perfect way to do it.
Someone's pointing out that the GTII selling is only half of 1%. Anyway, let's not get lost in that. Do you have any thoughts that the London Stock Exchange was halted for 80 minutes?
No, I do not. I have my own head.
Sue Panzerino says she's single, so I guess she doesn't mind being called Run Around Sue.
Well, Sue, when we have our victory party, you better show up in Vegas. We got a lot of good-looking guys we can hook you up with.
So Mad Max says now would be the best time for Univest to step in and gamma squeeze calls. Not sure why they filed with the SEC on September 11th. Well, they're going to do what they do. They're not doing it for us. So
They should have. The best time was 2 weeks ago. I don't know, an hour ago.
the best time was
Anytime.
the last time everybody owned calls.
Right.
I don't know either.
While we're talking, I'm trying to figure out who is the guy who was in the nut house that made a bid for the public company. I can't remember the name. It's driving me crazy.
Someone's saying GTI, they sold 10% each. The numbers are what they are. I'm doing it from memory. So
how many? So basically, there's 450 or 500 million shares short.
Well, they know this guy's saying it's 0.1%. I have no idea.
No,
so
listen, it doesn't make a difference with it. When the stock ran from 60 cents to $9, the insiders never sold a share.
Yeah, it's 1%.
Eventually, that was almost 4 years ago. 4 years that company's been fighting. For people that just joined the fight, okay, 4 years, these guys stood tall. And I'm sure most GTI shareholders will agree. These guys stood tall, and they threw haymakers at the SEC, the DTC for a long time to begin this fight. Finger motion didn't start the fight. GTII started the fight. How long do you have to go before you starve to death, right? So cut the shit out that a guy's selling the stock. They're allowed to do it.
Somebody's bashing you on Twitter, but who cares? And a guy named RB Soups and defending Lynn Partners. Let's get that on the record. It's 0.1%. Your friend Dirty Mayo texted me. It's 0.1%, and he says part of monthly stock plan, and then he says this guy. I'm not going to say the guy's name is a moron. I don't need any more fights with anybody.
One person put up a Twitter, regulators don't give a crap. Retail have to take it on. That's what we're doing, my friends. And whoever the jerk off is who's defending Lynn, tell him to come to our party. And I like to sit down and tell us to our face and defend Lynn and give us all the positives and negatives of Lynn. It's easy to sit behind the computer and bullshit people. All right? Come tell it to our face. Sell me on it, because you know what? I really like to know what Lynn is doing great.
Yeah. I'm trying to get through. One guy's saying tomorrow could be a home run swing. Yeah, but it's not highly likely, but it's possible. You don't know when it goes. But obviously, picking one day out of dozens or hundreds, odds are low.
Listen, you never know. I told you that 60,000 times. You don't know. Who the hell put up that sandwich? Trading Henry. It says finger shorts will get smoked soon. Trading Henry. He put a pastrami sandwich up there. How did he know I was at Katz's Deli yesterday? Good one.
How did you know I like cats?
That's what I had for dinner driving home yesterday. Pastrami sandwich and a knish from Katz's Deli.
How did you know my name was Katz? Anyway, that's a bad joke I can't repeat on live. The Brazil show asks, how long do whales hold a stock like Finger? Aren't they looking for a quick buck? Or are they doing it long term?
No. When people smell blood or see blood, they know someone is bleeding to death here. So they know it. The people that bail are people that get shaken out, and that happens all the time. It's a crime. We can't stop it. You could see it happening. It happens to everybody. It happened to me a million times in my life.
JR.
Can you imagine people? Can you imagine the people in Tesla bailing out? Stock's down $21. Hurry up, sell it. I own 1,000 shares. I'm down $20,000 today on 1,000 shares. People bail all the time, and they bail out because people that are short at 280 are going to sell more at 220 something to try to get people to bail out. That's the game. The game, it's a head game, the whole thing. If you believe a company has the fundamentals to survive, all right, and you're there, you have to determine, hey, I'm going to be in the stock for the long term because I believe the stock has fundamentals to survive. Finger Motion, it's on its way to profitability, doesn't need to raise money, has a huge naked short. What's the negative? Naked shorts eventually have to cover no matter what, right?
What are the negatives?
The company's not going out of business. The company doesn't raise another dollar. They're not going out of business, correct?
Yeah. And
that's the company. To me, the company made it over the finish line because once you're at that point where you're making money and you don't need to raise money, that means the company has made it to the finish line. All they have to do now is stay the course, add new products, bigger revenue ideas, and guess what they're saying in their press release? You read it. They have all these new things that are starting to ramp up. So what's the rate?
Team, I got to get to my little boy. That guy is running around like crazy. I can already hear him. Please go ahead and visit William's channel if you could. I really appreciate everybody for coming by and for all the birthday wishes. I love you guys. But yeah, let's see if we can maybe trade the markets tomorrow. I think just it was a little too insane with Fed Chair Powell, right? But Ian Tucker, thank you so much, my dude. Really, really appreciate you guys. I hope I got some cool presents. Battle, Josh, love you, buddy. Yeah, dude, you got to stay away from the SPY today. And we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it strong, swinging tomorrow. And we'll pick up some opportunities again, team. It was just a little too volatile today, right? It could present a lot of danger. M9, thank you so much, my bro. Really appreciate you. Mamacita Pie tonight. Chad, love you, dude. Thank you so much, man. Have a good day, bro. George T, later, my dude. Green Mountain, all you guys, thank you so much for coming by. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your day. And I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios. Thanks, Battle. Yeah. Thanks, Sasquatch. Peace.